Hello, everyone. Hello. 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 Welcome to another edition of Debt Ain't My Daddy. I'm your host. I hope you guys can hear me all well. I got my new mic here. Testing, testing. Yeah, I see the line moving. And if you can't hear me, please let me know because this is a brand new microphone. So I am going to get started. Let me set up everything. All right, let's see here. All right. Now, again, it's a brand new mic. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. Just a number one will be fine. If you can hear me, just press number one, or number two if you can't hear me. Let's do it that way. Welcome, welcome. All right. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. Thank you, Tony. It sounds good. Sounds good. I want to make sure I'm not too loud or too low. So if one is perfect, great. All right. I'm a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. Thank you, Tony. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see. Hey, how you doing, Hassan? Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. I've been following your comments, man. Thank you. Thank you. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt. And they believe in financing everything under the sun, everything that depreciates, everything that goes down in value. Depreciate means things that go down in value at the same time while it's going up in interest rate while you're financing it. Okay, how I get people out of the debt matrix is by exposing what I call the glitches in the debt matrix. And the glitches in the debt matrix are things that don't make mathematical sense, yet people keep doing them. And if they don't make mathematical sense, they don't make financial sense either. All right. Math and money are one. I always say this in the beginning. Math and money are one. The only thing that can separate math and money are feelings. Example, how do you feel about 1 + 1 = 2? Does it make you sick, happy, sad, jump for joy? No, it's just 2. Okay. If I was your boss, you came to get your check from me. I always say this in the beginning. If you came to get your check from me and it was $100 short, and you looked at me and said, "Hey, boss, what's up with that? Why is my check $100 short?" And I turned to you and say, "Yeah, I saw that when I was signing your check, man. I feel really bad about that. I really feel bad about that." You'd look at me like I was crazy, right? That's how it sounds when you say that outside the debt matrix. 85% of Americans are in debt. There are 15% of us that are not. That's what it sounds like when you mix your feelings with your money. Okay. First, I would like to thank everybody that found me on O'Shea's channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming on over. Thank you. Thank you. I want to also thank you for all the donations that I've been receiving, along with the notes of telling me how I've changed your life in any way. It means everything. That's what keeps me driving, doing this more and more and more. And all my brand new clients, much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right. All of it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Today, hey, Fred, welcome. Sorry I missed you last time, but I got your note on, I got your comment on my Facebook Debt Ain't My Daddy, for those of you that don't know, and Instagram, Debt Ain't My Daddy. All right, you guys can find me there. I put a lot of interesting memes up there that you'll love. You can share with your friends. All right, don't forget to subscribe and share. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that reminder button. Welcome, Fred. I'm loving it. Hey, Fred, I'm loving it. I'm loving sharing. I'm just loving it all. Okay. All right. All right. So now today's series is called Life After Debt. All right. And this is for people that have come out of debt. They're totally out of debt, whether my help or not, they're here. But now, once they're financially free, they're like, now what? Now what do I do? All right. This is for you. So if you're not in debt, and if you have questions, about it. I'm gonna answer those questions after this segment because I've been getting requests from people that are financially free just now out of debt, and they're like, now what? And they don't want to really talk about the stuff on how to get out because they're already here. So that's kind of repetitive. This portion is for you. All right. And for those of you that are watching that are in debt and they're hear the things that I'm saying, I want you to understand this. Money is spoken in two languages, debt and debt free. If you've been in debt all your life, you only speak debt. So you're not going to understand what I'm saying. And this is not to belittle you or call you dumb, or this is none of that. Okay. I want you to understand it's really another language. The people that are now debt free, they will understand what I'm saying. Okay, that's the best way I can describe it. And the only thing I can tell you that if you don't understand, it's mathematics. All you got to do is believe your own math. All right, let's get into it. All right. Now, again, if you ask questions during and it's not related to where I'm at here, I'll answer the questions at the end of this segment. I want to stick with this level of speaking because I've been requested of that. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So now this is for the people that are just freshly out of debt. Welcome to the new world, baby. Welcome. I'm the first to welcome to you. I'm the first to welcome you to the 15% of us that are financially free. All right. It's a whole new language. You are now the speaker of both. You can now speak debt and debt free. And this is why you'll understand what I'm about to tell you. Okay. Rich means a person has a lot of money. Wealthy means you now own the time in your life. You now control it. You now control the time in your life. You now control the actual thing because it's never been money. It's never been money. That's a trick in the debt matrix. Time is the only true thing you want to own. Why? Because you can never get more of it. Ever. Ever, 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 never. Okay. Never get more of it. That now you know it's time. It's not money. Money has always been the bait on the hook, just dangling in your face. You come on the 50%. Now you can say, oh, it's not money. It's time. Exactly. Money is just paper. It's just green pieces of paper that people put their belief in. Now you can see that. All right. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes because I want to make sure I stay on track here because this has been a request. All right. Okay. Now, everything, as you probably know, everything I'm saying can be verified with just 5th grade math, the math we learned in grade school. And I have been recently notified that the math we learned about math and money games in grade school, that's taught in 2nd grade today, not 5th grade. That's it. Now, the catch to that, I'm thinking, do they do it earlier now? So the people that will not learn how to apply grade school math to their finances, they will lose it earlier in life. You know, it's a catch-22. Do they start it in 2nd grade now so they'll forget by the time they're out of school? I don't know which one. But mind you, a 5th grader that watches my videos discovered that. He said, hey, you know what? The math Linnell is teaching, I learned that in second and 3rd grade. What does that tell you? Okay. A 5th grader told me that. All right. All right. Now that you are free, no longer look at money individually. You must look at money collectively. Think about it this way. If you were the only person on earth with a whole bunch of money, you couldn't do anything with it. It'd be completely worthless, right? So now you must think of it collectively, no longer individually. And I'm going to give you a few examples of this so you can understand what I mean, okay? But I want to start that out with saying that so you'll understand later, all right? Now, taxes are the backbone of the economy, all right? Remember being in a debt matrix, people in the debt matrix believe taxes are the very reason keeping everybody down. That's not true. Taxes can help you build wealth now. You're on the other side. You can see that. You can clearly see taxes are the backbone. And this is how you know for sure now, okay? Taxes, if you don't pay your taxes, They can put you in prison. Have you ever stopped to think why that is? Why? How come you can owe student loans for your entire life, hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout your entire life, but you can't owe that same amount to the IRS? There's a reason for that. It's the backbone of the whole economy. As long as you take the time to understand what that is, and I'm gonna give you some examples of it right now. As long as you take the time to understand what that is, you'll be like, oh, that's why. That's why. All you got to do is take the time to understand it. And you'll be like, oh man, that's why taxes are there. That's why taxes do this. That's why that's why. Okay? Understand the rules. If you understand, like, for example, the majority of the people in the debt matrix don't understand the taxes. And that's why they're like, oh my God, I might get audited. Be scared of IRS agents. Be scared of the IRS. You know why? It's because they don't understand the rules. That's why they're scared. There's no reason to be scared of the IRS or the IRS agents or IRS audits are not random. They're not random. Only people in the debt matrix believe that. If you're on top of your stuff, following the rules that are clearly displayed on the IRS websites, a proper tax person, all you got to do is follow the rules. You'll never be scared of the IRS. Example. Here's an example. If you love football, right, and you've been watching football all your life, or you even played, right? When you get on the field, are you scared of the refs? Are you like, oh my God? Or when you catch the ball, are you scared? Are you scared the refs are going to call something or are going to call you on something? You're not even thinking about the refs because you know the rules. Now, if you clearly face mask somebody and they call you, hey, that's face mask, you get a penalty. You're not going to be tripping. You're not going to be like, oh man, why? Oh my God, I didn't know. Yes, you did. But that's because you knew the rules. You get caught, you'd be like, okay, you got me. All right, cool. You're not going to make a big deal about it. That's the same thing with IRS rules. It's no different. All you got to do is take the time to understand the rules. Now, remember this. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. Let me say that to you again. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. Avoiding taxes that the majority pay is money in your pocket. Okay? People in the debt matrix have to pay those kind of taxes. When you're outside of the debt matrix, those taxes are now optional. Everybody pays taxes, but the rich pay taxes differently, very differently than the people in the debt matrix. People think rich people, the people in the debt matrix believe because they're rich, they get to pay, they don't have to pay as much in taxes. And that's true. They just pay taxes a different way than the majority of the people in the debt matrix. You get it? All right, I'm gonna give you some examples. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you. Okay. Now, this Life After Debt series, this is gonna be on a married couples, okay, filing jointly in a 2019 tax bracket. All right. So what I want you to do is look for the 2019 tax bracket. All you got to do is Google it. All right, just Google 2019 tax bracket and look under the column married filing jointly. All right. Now, the majority of the people in the debt matrix cannot take advantage of what I'm about to tell you. They can't see it. This is called phantom income. Phantom income. And I believe this is not 100% true, but now that I'm outside the debt matrix, it just seems like it is what it is, right? It's only phantom to those that are in debt. They cannot see it because it's mathematically impossible for them to see. They cannot see it because they're in debt. It's mathematically impossible for them to see what I'm about to share with you. Now, as of 2019, as of now, in 2019, you can put away $19,000 each in your 401k. Married filing jointly. 19,000 for the husband, 19,000 for the wife. You can do this now because you have no debt. So you can max out that. And I'm going to tell you why you can do that. Okay. 19,000 times 2 is $38,000. So you get to put away 38,000 into your retirement. That's number one. Okay. Number two, it's earning interest in retirement. That's number two. And at the same year, a lot of people in debt matrix, they can't see this. Okay. This is guaranteed every single year. You get to take that same $38,000 off of your annual income for that year. And every year that you do that, that brings your total annual income down inside of your tax bracket. That means you pay less in taxes. Now, the majority of the people, say like there's a couple that's making an exact amount, same as money as you, but they're in debt. They can't afford to take care of this gift that the government is giving you. The government's saying, hey, if you invest in this 401k, we're not only going to put money away for you, we're going to allow you to take that same amount of money off your taxes for the year. So the people in debt, they have to stay up here in the tax bracket. But you guys, you get the drop. That gap between the drop and you, that's money in your pocket. But boom, that's called phantom income. People in debt cannot see that. Yes, it's real. Okay. Why? Because the majority of Americans are in debt. They cannot take advantage of this. They can't. It's mathematically impossible for them. All right. It doesn't stop there, baby. It gets even better. I couldn't see this when I was in debt. The only reason why I can see it now, I've been debt free for the last 5-6 years now. Okay. Here we go. Health savings account. Health savings account. These are all pre-tax options that I'm telling you. These are not, don't get this confused with tax write-offs. Okay. Do not get this confused with a tax write-off is if you spent money, which has already been taxed once. These are before tax. 401k, HSA, this is before taxes. Write-offs are after tax money. So if you spent, a write-off is something that you might have spent money already. Your money that has already been taxed once on something. It might be business related, whatever, right? You get to write off that amount, whatever. This is before tax. Do not confuse what I'm telling you as a write-off. This has nothing to do with write-offs. Okay. HSA for a family, you can max out $7,000. So if you and your husband or wife, I'm switching back and forth, each get an SHA of $7,000, that's $14,000 total on top of the $38,000, which is $52,000 that you get to take off your annual income and bring you down. So say like you were in the 24 percentile tax bracket, $52,000 will bring you down into the 22 percentile tax bracket. Less in taxes. Not only that, but there's more, baby. There's more. This is lovely. This is all phantom income. People in debt can't do this, nor can they see this. With an HSA, health savings account, right? They give you this card. It looks like a credit card. You can pay all your out-of-pocket medical expenses with this, right? Okay. But remember, this is another thing that the government is saying to you when you do this. Hey, and you invest in this, this is what we'll do for you. Not only will we allow you to take the $14,000 off your annual income, we will allow you to use that same $14,000, the whole dollar, not 30, because it's not even taxed. None of this money on this card is taxed. So when you pay out-of-pocket medical expenses, you're paying with the whole dollar. And if you're a couple with two, you guys will never come out of your pocket paying out-of-pocket medical expenses. You could $14,000 a year. You could take care of braces, multiple appointments, your appointments, all the kids' appointments. None of this money is coming out of your pocket. You're just using this card. Boom, boom, boom. With whole dollars. People in debt, they cannot afford to do that. So guess what? How they're paying out-of-pocket medical expenses with their money that has already been taxed once. You're using it with no tax money. The government says, hey, if you do this, we'll reward you by doing this. See what I'm saying? Lovely. Lovely. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to stay on this task. I'm gonna save all your questions for the after this. Okay. I appreciate it because people in the people that are financially free have been saying, "Hey, man, can you just get to this higher level of talking so we can just, I get it. All right. I promise. I promise I will answer all questions. Okay. I'm going by my notes here. Sorry. Now, now that you're free, you now know that credit is just a tool. It's just a tool. It's no different than a hammer, lawnmower, weed eater. You don't need it. You just use it. Hey, you use it now. Now you know to use your credit card everywhere because it not only does it build your credit, it's secure now. So you don't have to worry about stores getting hacked, skimmers at the gas station, whatever, right? So now, if your credit card gets hacked, they say, "Hey, person, was this you that bought a toaster in Iowa?" You'd be like, "No, that wasn't me." And then all of a sudden, oh, they cancel it, close it, send you another card, and they say, "Hey, it's going to take about a week or two to send us your new card." You're like, "I don't care, whatever. As long as you guys send it and cancel the transaction, it's done in like 10 minutes. Let that happen to your debit card. They take it right out of your checking account. Now you got to file a report and this and that. It's such a big hassle. We don't do none of that. The only time we use our debit card is when we get cash out of the ATM. That's it. You don't use your debit card nowhere else. Okay? All right. Now, check this out. Hope you guys ready for this. Now that you guys know the basics, the people that are now debt-free, financially free, meaning your finances are above zero, you're in the black. Now, you're probably thinking, all right, Linnell, I know all about maxing out my pre-tax, all my pre-tax options and all this other stuff, right? The 401k, the HSA, I already know all about that. How about investing outside of myself? All right. This is another plus. You don't need to know anything about taxes, real estate, investing in the stock market. You do not need to know about any of that. You do not need to know about it. Man, I'll be confusing myself. All right, let me slow my brain down. All right. This is how you pick the right tax person. Okay. Your credit report is now your ammunition. Say like you need to pick the right tax person. Remember, never mix your feelings with your money, ever. Don't ever do that. Ever, ever, ever. This is how you pick the right tax person. You go to the tax person and say, "Hey, let me see your personal credit report." Our credit reports look like unlike any others. Anybody's in the debt matrix. Now, if you guys are watching this, want to know what I'm talking about, go to my Facebook, DebtAintMyDaddy. I post my full entire credit report on there every single month. Go look at it. Go look at it on Instagram. Go look at it. This is what I'm talking about. For the people that are financially free, their credit reports look exactly the same. This is your ammunition now. You walk up to the tax person and say, "Hey, before you do my taxes, I want to see your personal credit report." Now, this doesn't say the person that you're going to see doesn't know taxes. Okay. I'm not saying that, but they're missing a key element. I want you guys to understand why they're doing your taxes, why they're deep in debt. They're giving you the reason why this is, they're giving you a debt perspective of how they're doing taxes. They don't know whether they know this or not is 100% irrelevant to math. So they might respond to you with like, "What? Why you want to see that?" Because I want to see if you got student loans that are older than your children. I don't want a person doing my taxes like that. Anybody in business. Because when you're in the debt matrix, you can't really tell who really has money or not. You only can tell by their stuff. Your tax person might have a nice car, nice house, nice fancy clothes, all this and that, right? That means nothing. Now that you're outside the debt matrix, you now understand that stuff means nothing. That's a facade. That's a trick. Okay. You say, "Let me see your credit report." Now, I want you to understand this. Imagine the tax person that knows what I'm telling you right now. Can you imagine how frustrating it must be for them to to find the right client to come see them, to understand they know what they're talking about. I guarantee you this: if you look for the right tax person and you ask to see their personal credit report, and the one that's good, that's passionate, that knows, he or she will know why you're asking them that question. They will know. I promise you, they will know. They'll be like, oh, because they'll know you're asking the right question. Because imagine this: what if you're going to a tax person that owes money to the IRS and they're doing your taxes? Because remember this: if your taxes are done wrong, the IRS doesn't come back at the tax preparer. They come after you. They don't care who you chose to do your taxes. I promise you. That's why any Joe Schmo can do taxes for down the block. The majority of people in the debt matrix, they're just thinking about the most money they can get back. Oh man, this person, and you don't even really have to know about taxes. You can be like, if they're riding on the fence and they're kind of shady, hey man, you can declare this. You really can declare that person. And you know you really don't got a person to declare, you better not use them. They're telling you how they do their own taxes, they're telling you how they treat their own finances. That's why that's a must that you ask to see their personal credit report. Because if it does not look like yours, if it does not look like mine, you better not use them. Because if they don't even know the basics of what I'm telling you, all you need to know is the basics. I promise you, that's it. Just the basics. You got to ask yourself, how come they don't know? Got it? Same thing with investing. You want to do some investing in the stock market? You don't need to know nothing about the stock market. You just need to know how to pick the right investor. You go up to the investor and say, hey, and you see their stuff. They probably look nice suit, gold watch, all that garbage goop depreciating stuff, right? You see all that stuff, right? You say, let me see your credit report. The person that knows is going to know if you ask that question. If they look at you and say, no, why are you asking that? Why do you need that? You say, because that's what I want. They probably turn to you and say, show me yours. You're going to say, hey, I got mine right here in my pocket. Here you go. I'm glad you asked. Now show me yours. If they don't show you, you better not use them. I promise you. Are you with me? I hope you're taking notes because this is dead serious. I know it's going to be an uncomfortable ask. But remember, if you're uncomfortable to ask that question of your tax person, an investor, even a future business partner, those are feelings. At the beginning of this video, I said, never mix your feelings with your money. How they feel about that question is their problem. It's going to sound rude. It's going to sound direct. That doesn't matter. Get rid of all that. Those are feelings. Okay? You will reach the right passionate person each and every time. I don't care if you're about to go into business. If this is you and you're about to go into business with somebody, you better check out their personal credit report, because I promise you this: the way they treat their personal finances will be the same way they treat their business finances. How do I know this? Because they know nothing else. That's just the 401k and the HSA. That's just one piece. Treat your personal finances like a business. And then when you get on the business side of finances, I promise you, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it. You'll know how to weed through all the fakers. And they won't even know how you're doing it, especially if they only speak debt. They won't understand how you know. They won't understand. You can even tell them, because I'm financially free. They'll be like, what? What you mean? Everybody's in debt. See what I'm saying? That's exactly what they're going to say. Okay. All right. So that's it for the life after debt, married filing jointly. Are there any questions on anything I said? It can be even on not what I said, okay? Because I just want to make sure the people that are looking for the information that the title of this video get what they need right from the beginning. All right, let me read through some of these. Slowly chipping away at my debt. Lee Scott, but I want to see life on the other side. Lee, was that clear? American student loans are crazy compared to the UK. Oh, really? In the UK, Hassan? Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know that. I Never had debt and a nice savings, but I don't know what should. Okay, Divine, LA Divine, this is what you do. These are the things that people in debt cannot see. I hope I was clear. If anything I said wasn't clear, please feel free to ask. Right here is the safe zone, okay? This is where you can ask any type of question and not feel like you're dumb for not knowing. All right? Victory loves preparation. Hello, Doug. Good evening, Rich. Oh, okay, that's Fred. All right. Implying great to find your channel. Okay, thank you, Decan. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Any questions? I'm gonna stay on here for a little bit, so people that might be jumping in might want to ask some questions. Democrat, they say they're forgiving student loans. 2 jobs. Let me tell you something. All right, listen closely. 2 jobs. That will never happen ever. That's only a ploy because they understand there's $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. Okay. 1.6. That's a lot of people. 45 million. All right. 45 million. They will never release that many of their slaves. 2 jobs. I promise you, never. They need slaves to fill their slave camps. I mean, oops, student loan forgiveness programs for the next 10 to 25 years. All the people that believe they'll never, ever pay off their student loans, they're slaves. So now they'll believe in the slave camps where they tell you where to work, how much you're going to get paid, and for how long. And you damn sure better make sure you follow all the rules through the whole 10 to 25 years. Because if you don't slave, they're going to kick you out of the program. And then you got to start all over. Slave. You better believe that's why they use hey, notice, make sure you pay attention to the wording, because wording, when it comes to money, wording is everything. They'll word it a certain way and let you define it wrong. That's your problem. That's your problem. So if you believe they're going to just wipe away $1.6 trillion in student loan debt, that's never going to happen, ever. That's never. At least not in my lifetime. And if you're listening to this right now, are you listening to my voice? Not in your lifetime either. Believe that. You're welcome, Lee Scott. Much appreciated. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. I want to see you over here on the 15% side. It's a whole new world, Lee. As you're chipping away at your debt, you better not listen to the people in the debt matrix. You better not. They'll try to suck you back in. Trust your math. Trust your math. That's the glitch in the debt matrix. You must trust your math. 3 years also got $3 grand, which I don't have to pay back due to low. Now it's $9 grand a year. Is that for school? 3 years now. Is that to pay back your student loan? Is that what you're paying right now? 2 jobs. I have a donation link that's under my videos. It's probably not under this current video because I got to put it there. I need to make that a default, but just click on that link. That's my PayPal donation link. All right. Oh yeah. I'm glad you guys brought that up. This is what I wanted to tell you. So you guys know this as I was paying off my student loan debt, and I'm going to tell you the indicator if this is you. Now, the majority of people in student loan debt don't even want to look at it. Don't even want to know how much it is. I get it. Remember, those are feelings. Okay. They'll have you there. If when you don't look at it, afraid to look at it, I want you to know they have you. Okay. They got you right where they want you. But listen to this. I'm almost embarrassed to even tell you guys this because I was so mad at myself. This is back when I was in the debt matrix. This is even before I was getting out of debt. Okay. So I carried my student loan for 10 years before I paid it off. Mr. Computer Engineer, bachelor degree, cloud engineer that couldn't use simple grade school math on his finances. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Now check this out. I thought, so what I decided to do that I decided I was going to pay off my student loans faster than normal. All right. So I said, okay, I remember, say like my student loans was $300 a month. Okay. I'm just making this up, but I decided to pay an extra $100. So $400 a month. Okay. So for about a year and a half, I just did it. And then after about a year and a half, I decided to go ahead and look at my student loan balance. I noticed it wasn't going down. I was like, what's up with that? Right. But the key indicator, you'll understand, the key indicator was this. When I was paying more on my student loan balance, I noticed my due date kept getting pushed further and further and further out. So here we're in October right now, right? So say like I paid an extra $100 in October. Now, instead of my next student loan due date being in November, it was now December. Then I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I didn't pay attention to it. I was like, whatever. And then I pay another $100. Now it was due in January. And then February, it just kept getting further and further. Let me tell you why that is. And I have no idea how in the hell is this legal? So I called them up. I said, hey, because I noticed my balance wasn't going down. So I called the student loan place up and said, hey, what's up with that? Why is my balance not moving? I've been paying extra. You know what they told me? We've been applying your extra money to interest. I was like, what? What you mean you've been applying it to interest? What are you talking about? I said, who pays extra for you to apply it to the interest and not the principal balance? They was like, sorry, sir. In order for you to apply it, for us to apply it to interest, you must call us and tell us this. I said, what the? I wanted to cry, people. I kid you not. I wanted to cry. I said, so what happens to all that money extra I was paying? Sorry, sir. Oh, man. A whole year and a half's worth. So if this is you right now paying extra and you keep seeing your due date keep getting pushed further and further out, all your extra money is being applied towards interest. You need to call them and tell them that you want your extra money to be applied to interest. That's messed up. I was so mad. I know the lady couldn't help me. I literally said this to the lady. Who in the hell pays extra so you can apply towards the interest of the loan? Nobody. Sorry, sir, that's the rules. I was like, man, it's one of the biggest. Hey, BK, you right. That's one of the biggest hustles. Oh my. So imagine this, BK. Imagine this. Imagine all the people that are scared to look or even talk to somebody about their student loans that are doing that. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's money on top of money, on top of money, on top of money. And I was so mad. I didn't even add that up. I just paid my student loan off. I didn't want to, because I kept it by the way, I kept my student loan for 10 years on top of that. On top of that, I didn't even want to add up how much I really paid for my education. So when you hear people talking about, hey, college is expensive, it counts on who's telling you that. The person that's been paying on their student loans for 20 years, or the person that paid straight for college, just paid it straight out. Who's telling you that? The majority of when you hear that, this is what you should do. How long you've been paying on your student loans? If they've been paying on for 10, 20 years, you better not listen to them. If their student loans are older than their children, you better not listen to them. You better not. You better believe college is expensive for people like that. And imagine this. The people that went to college and didn't even get their college degree. You're a slave. Slave. Math doesn't care how you feel about it either. Math doesn't care. Debt doesn't care about how you feel about it. It doesn't even care what color you are. You know why? Because it's colorblind. All it sees is green. It don't see your color. It don't even see your if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't care. Take your feelings out of it. You do what it takes, whatever it takes to get rid of that student loan. Because guess what? If you don't, you will die with it. You'll be paying with it with your Social Security checks. If that's not enough to scare you, hey. Oh, no, that's okay. This is question. Hey, check it out. The only thing I did, Fred, for those of you who don't know, I just made a video, and this is why I didn't pursue it. Okay. This is why I didn't do it. With the internet, I made a video of a car dealership here in Myrtle Beach, California, Myrtle Beach Ford. Okay. For those of you who don't know, look for the video on my timeline in my video. I'm gonna let that video linger out there because I already had a couple people call me that had a similar problem wherever they lived, and they said, "Thank you, Linnell, for that video. It's already doing the work." And if that video reaches the right person, especially the owner of Myrtle Beach Ford in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, it's going to get their attention one day because the internet is forever, baby, forever. So whenever they run a search on Myrtle Beach Ford, guess what? My video is going to pop up. One day, the right person is going to read it. They're going to watch it. Because like I said, I already have total strangers reaching out to me saying, "Hey, thank you for your video. It helped me in my similar situation at a car dealership. Thank you." It's already working, Fred. Already working. I'm not going to say did you have to because it doesn't matter. You are living a different. Ill Wills, welcome. Ill Wills, welcome. Welcome. I'm free. Let me tell you something, you guys. There's nothing in the world like financial freedom. Guess what? I'm going to tell you guys another secret. Keep this to yourselves. Let me make sure nobody's around here. Life is not even that expensive. It only seems that way when you're in debt. Life's not expensive. I always use this analogy, or this, not even analogy, it's what I feel like doing. All right. Check it out. If I want a new car or a better car or whatever, upgrade, Mercedes, it really doesn't matter what type of car, it doesn't matter. I'm going to buy it from a person in credit trouble under Blue Book value. How do I know this? Because it's a multitude of reasons, divorce, layoff, breakup, you name it. There's a million reasons. I don't care the reason why they're selling the car that I want. Since 85% of Americans are in debt, I have a chance that I'm probably going to get half of it off well under Blue Book. So they're going to ask X amount. I'm going to come with cash and say, I got this amount. And guess what? They're going to take it because they're desperate. They want to save their credit I don't care. It doesn't matter. Those are feelings. How they feel about their feelings about why they got to sell it does not matter to me. Doesn't it sound cold? It's not. Because math doesn't care how you feel about 5 + 5 = 10. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't care how you feel about it equaling 10. That's the same thing with your money. So I'm going to buy it under Blue Book, drive it for a few years, and then when I'm ready to sell, I sell it at Blue Book. What does that mean? I drove the car for free. Never say out loud that you got a great deal on a finance car. Never say out loud that you got a car on sale when you financed it. No one gets a finance car on sale. So don't ever say that out loud. You have no idea if somebody like me is standing around you listening to you. I won't say anything. I'll be quiet. For those of you that are on this side, you probably already know once you're financially free, you better shut up. If you want to keep your friends and your family around you, you better be quiet. Somebody finance a brand new iPhone, you better shut up. Be happy for them. Wow, that's nice. Cool. They say things like this. Oh, yeah, it's only $68 a month. You just go, okay. That's what you got to do. Shut up. When's your book? Fred, I know, man. You're like the umpteenth person to tell me to write a book. I got to do it, and I got a friend that's going to help me with it. All right, I got to do it. I got to do it. I do. I got to do it because when I hear these stories, oh man, I want to help everybody, but you got to be ready to hear my advice. You got to be ready to say, you know what, something's not right. If this is you and you're new to my channel, this is the indicator. I'm gonna give you guys the indicator. Damn. No matter how much money I make, no matter how many raises I get, no matter how much money I win, I'm still in debt and I can't put my finger on it. This channel is the answer. This is the answer. I promise you. I'm not some big financial guru. I'm not a big mastermind. I'm telling you, I'm not saying anything that's spectacular. I'm only using fifth grade math. That's it. Nothing else. I promise you nothing. Shut the hell up. When it comes to your money, only God. Exactly. Exactly. You better not to, because when you have money and you're free, especially when you're financially free, your whole outlook on life is different. You're happier every day because guess what? I don't even think about money. Did you hear what I said? And I'm not rich. It has nothing to do with that. I don't even think about money. Only when I have to. Hey, rent's due. Okay. Okay, transfer. Other than that, I don't think about money. Life is not expensive at all. It's not. When I go to the gas pump to fill up my truck, I don't even look at the gas price. I don't whatever. I just wait to hear the click. Click. Oh, it's done. All right, cool. Doesn't that sound like it would be a rich person? Mm-mm. It sounds like a financially free person. Because I don't compare like for a person making car payments that has to pay full coverage insurance and interest and all this other stuff, you better believe gas is expensive for them. When you have a paid off car, no debt, you get to dictate your own insurance and you ain't paying no interest on the car, gas prices don't mean anything or whatever. It's up, it's down. Oh, it's different. Okay. Have you noticed it's different at different gas stations? It's not even, don't even look like it's regulated. Who cares? I just go to Costco. That's it. All right, whatever. Before I even linked up with the brother. This is Ill Wills. This guy believed in me. Hooked me up with O'Shea, man. You think, like, for people that you see my videos. Do you think if Ill Wills recommended me to O'Shea and O'Shea came to my channel and saw me with one video, you think I would have been on his show? Hell to the no. Nope, that would not have happened. You got to put in some work. I've been at this game for a minute. I've been putting video after video after video after video with no profit. I do this as a passion. It wasn't until I was ready. Ill Will see me, introduce me to O'Shea. O'Shea comes check me out and like, bam. You can clearly see I've been putting in work. This ain't no joke. This is real. I'm never stopping. You know why? You know why I know this is going to be the thing I'm going to do until I'm dead? Because math will never change. It will never change. Math will always be math. That's why I love it. Math will always be math. You're either right or you're either wrong. You can't say 1 plus. I really feel like 1 + 1 should equal 3. You will look at a person like they're crazy. What the hell are you talking about? That's exactly what it sounds like when you're outside the debt matrix and people think they got a deal on a finance car. They believe they got a finance car on sale. You just go, okay, that's what you believe. All they got to do is flip to the back of that 72-month paperwork. That's their sale price. All they got to do is do math and see it. That's why you don't take this personally. Flip to the back. Half the people don't even know their interest rate on their car. But okay, whatever. It's nothing personal. Hey, Ill Wells, I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it. Too many people have asked me. Fred, I know Fred. It's hard too. That's the double-edged sword. Once you wake up and your eyes, no, I don't even know what day. I haven't even started. Ill Wills. I'm trying to determine if I'm going to break it up in pieces, beginner level, mid level. It's all up here. I need to know somebody. I need to meet somebody. Well, I do know somebody that's going to help me write this book and put it on paper. I got all the content. I need to be on that stage, man. I need to be on the stage. And I'm not even, that's just bragging. I just want to be on the stage. I know the internet is the new stage. But Fred, you know what the worst part is? You're going to have to go through it, okay? Sorry, it's a double-edged sword. Now that you know, like you know, and you're still in a debt matrix, it's going to be like drip torture on your forehead. It's going to be horrible because you're going to hear people at work talking debt, family and friends talking debt, and you're going to have to shut up. You better not say a word if you want them to remain in your life, buddy. You better be quiet. Don't say a word. When you see people on Facebook, hey, I just got a promotion. I just rewarded myself with a brand new car. You just set yourself back 3 steps, 2 steps well before your raise. Because when they get a raise, guess what happens? They go up in the tax bracket. You know the saying, the more you make, the more they take? That's what that means. That means you go higher up in the tax bracket. And if you finance a car with interest, you're going down. But they don't know that. And they're saying it on Facebook. They're bragging about their credit card limits on Facebook. Why are they bragging about the bank's money? That money on the credit card's not theirs. Why are they bragging about that? They don't know because they speak debt. That's debt. Of course, Wells, I'm going to sign your book, man. You know that. I probably gold plated. You like gold? You like gold on your books? Okay, Lee. I'm sorry I didn't see your thing. Okay, let me tell you something. If you go look at my full entire credit report, that credit score was achieved with one single credit card. And this is what I do, Lee. I use my credit card to buy everything I would normally buy with cash or my debit. Everything. Anything I can use my credit card to pay, I use it. This is what I do. It builds the credit score, but I pay it off in full every single month, in full. And for the due date, say like the due date of my credit card was on the 30th. I make sure that payment is there by the 28th because credit card companies are slick. If you pay it on the 30th, they'll say, hey, it takes us a day to process the payment. Then they're going to charge you a late fee and all this. No. It's there on the 28th, electronic payment, automatically. I pay it in full. And what I also do, Lee, is I set $100 payment to set automatically. So just in case, because I look at each one of my statements, my credit card statements, right? Just in case something happens, I get sick, car accident, something, that payment is not missed. So the $100, yeah, I'll end up paying some interest, but it won't be late because an automatic 100 goes there automatically. Okay, so nothing, because sometimes life just happens, right? But I only got one credit card. One credit card means I don't have multiple things to keep track of, because let me tell you something, you guys. When you're in the debt matrix, you have so many due dates. The banks understand that's impossible for one person to keep up with that many due dates, especially if you're scared of your mailbox. Freddy Krueger doesn't live in your mailbox. He don't live in mine anymore. I'm not scared to go to my mailbox. If you're scared to go to your mailbox, you live in a debt matrix. When I go to my mailbox, I know exactly what's in there. Junk mail and whatever I ordered, period. And my one credit card bill statement. I don't make that paperless and all that stupid stuff. Anything that changes, that's a different amount, it comes on paper form. I want to see it. I look at it. Done. That's it. You only need one, Lee. That's it. You see my credit score? It's like 776. And by the way, Lee, I only look at my credit score to show you guys. I really don't care. I'd be like, whoa, it jumped up. Oh, it went down. Oh, it just, I don't care what it does. I don't want to figure out the formula of why it does this and that and increasing this and whatever. Credit is designed to keep people confused and in debt. It's a business. Once you get on this side of it, you clearly see that it's a tool. Oh, that's why it does that. Oh, that's why it doesn't make sense. That's why all 3 different credit bureaus have 3 different score ratings. It's the dumbest, stupidest nonsense. If you're in it, when you're out of it, it makes total sense. Oh, I see why you guys do that. Oh, to make money there. Oh, okay. Oh, to make that money right there. Oh, okay. Whatever. And when you're in debt, guess what? It doesn't even exist. That money doesn't even exist for you. That's why you're using it. It's just numbers on a computer screen. You believe it's money. It's not money. Do you ever see the money? Do you ever physically hold it? You know why? Because it doesn't exist. It's just numbers on a computer screen. Money doesn't exist for people in debt. 2 jobs. I don't care what Credit Karma's rating. All I care is I just want to see what's on my credit report. I don't care because 2 jobs. I hear that all the time. Oh, Credit Karma's not really close. Their numbers off of few points. Who cares? All I want to know is what's on my credit report. Go look at my credit report. I want you to gaze at all the zeros. I don't care what my credit score is. I mean, I care if it was bad, but in order for the people in the debt matrix, this is what they forget. In order to achieve a high credit score, you must remain in debt. High credit scores are not free. I don't know why people in the debt matrix think high credit scores are free. You must remain in debt to get a high credit score. To them. They believe you have to have revolving credit. I remember all the things I used to hear inside the debt matrix. Oh, you must get this many credit cards. I'm telling you, it's so funny when you're outside the debt. It's so stupid. Hey, utilize only 20%. But if you go over 30, it's going to knock you and this, that. And if you close the credit card, it's going to knock you. Oh my God. I swear to God, I think the banks make this nonsense up and then just throw it out on the internet and people just believe it. Get out of debt and you'll see. You'll see. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the banks. I respect the banks. They're not here to teach people about money. They're here to make money, baby. Make money. And they do it well. They do it well. You guys have no idea when I scour YouTube and click on these people with all these thousands. I mean, they're triple my subscribers, quadruple. But when I click on them, you know what I say to them? Oh my God, they have no idea what they're saying. Not a clue. Now, I don't get on their channel and say, that's wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, this and that. No, it's business. I never mix my feelings with business ever. I have no idea if they're saying that to make money, or I don't know if they're saying that because they really don't know. The only way I'll know is if I see their personal credit report. Their personal credit report will tell me everything I need to know about that person, given financial information. Everything. Everything. Let me give you an example. Say like you went out and rented a Porsche. And you got a Armani suit with a nice watch and your hair is cut and you just look like money. Can you walk in the bank and say, hey man, hey bank, you see what I'm wearing? You see my car outside? I want a loan, but I want to skip the whole credit approval process. You think the bank is going to care what you have on and your car you driving? They don't care about any of that depreciating stuff. That means nothing. That's how you got to treat your finances and treat everybody you see. Let me see your personal credit report. And if they have student loans that are older than their children, you better not do business with them. That makes no sense. CENTS. Thank you, Randall. I appreciate it, man. Uncle like him. Man, I'm almost 50. I guess I'm in the uncle category right now because Ulysses, DTN Window Professional Cleaning, calls me Unc too. I guess I'm at that age now. It's weird. Okay. Oh, Doug, let me go back to you. What do we think about good debt like rental property? All right, Doug, let me explain something to you, okay? When you use the word good with debt, that's a feeling. There is no such thing as good or bad debt. Good means you feel good about it. Bad means you feel bad about it. Those are feelings. Take your feelings out of debt. Debt is just debt. Rental property is a good thing if you do it right. It counts on who you're asking. Now, if you know somebody with rental properties, if say like I come across somebody and somebody says, "Hey, L, you should get into rental properties like me. Look at all the money I'm making." You know the first thing I'm gonna say? Let me see your personal credit report first. I know it sounds weird, especially if you've been in debt all your life. I know that sounds weird, but that's exactly what the banks do. If that person now, okay, listen to this, Doug. Listen, I want you to listen. This is very close. I'm so glad you asked this question. All right. Say like this. Say like a okay, imagine a person going into a bank to ask for a loan to purchase rental property. Okay. Now this person has $100,000 in student loan debt, but he has saved up $20,000 to put towards the rental property. Okay. Now say like I'm the bank. Now I have to determine if this guy knows or he doesn't know. This is how I determine. Does this guy really believe he has $20,000 towards the rental property? Or does he realize he's negative $80,000 in the hole? Does he know because in reality, he's negative $80,000. 20,000 minus 100,000 is negative 80,000. So does he really believe he has $20,000? Because in reality, the $20,000 is really not there. But does he know that? If he doesn't know that, I'm going to treat him accordingly by charging him a certain percentage rate, a certain type of property, a certain type. I'm going to treat him. But if a person walks in with no debt, high credit score, and $20,000, as a bank owner, I would know he knows that he really has $20,000. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? You see how I did that? And people do that every day. They have no idea that people think they're saving up for houses. Oh, yeah, I got some money to put down on a house, but they have $100,000 in student loan debt. Now, again, if I was the bank and a person comes to me with a good job, good credit, a student loan that's older than their children with $20,000 to $30,000 for a house to put down, you better believe I'm gonna approve them so fast, and I'll tell you why. Because if they haven't paid off a student loan in 10 years, they're definitely not going to pay off a house in 30. I will own that house their entire life while they're walking around calling themselves homeowners. I don't care how they feel about it. People with mortgages call themselves homeowners every single day. That's a feeling. They just feel that way. Whatever. As long as I'm making money, as long as they're making the mortgage payment, I don't care how they feel about it. It's a feeling. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Everybody, you Uncle. No, you got the gears spinning in my head. Good. HM. That's what I want. Just get them going. Because when you go back out into the debt matrix, you're going to hear debt talk. You remember that Charlie Brown teacher voice? Wah, 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 wah. That's how it's going to slowly sound. When people talking about they got a great deal on a car they just financed, you're going to be like, oh, before you'd be like, oh, man, they must got money. Oh, look at that type of car they got. And they financed and they got a great rate or whatever. And then soon it'll start doing, wah, 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 wah. That's all I hear. That's all I see on Facebook when people announce that they just got a brand new car. They're taking pictures with it. They're taking pictures with their brand new debt. Little do they know they got one handcuff that's handcuffed to the car. The other handcuff is handcuffed to the bank. And then they got one big handcuff around their whole body. What did I say? Car, bank, and their job. One big handcuff around their job. Car, bank, one big handcuff around their job. And if I was the boss at their job and they rolled up with a brand new car, you know what I would think to myself? That person's going to be here at least for another 5 years. I ain't got to worry about them. They ain't going nowhere. Ain't that harsh? But it's real. When you're in the debt matrix, you can't see that because they're only comparing themselves to other people in the debt matrix. They don't know. Somebody gets a new car. They're like, oh my God, he must make more money than me. I better go out and get a better car. Debt matrix speak. It is illusion. Randall, credit, remember this. Credit is the illusion of ownership. Don't hate it, baby. Don't hate it. You get on this side, you're going to be rich. Because think about it this way. Listen. When you're out of the 85% of Americans that are in debt and you come on this side of the 15% of us that are financially free, you will know in order for us to remain rich, in order for us to remain free, we need people to stay in the debt matrix. We need people to finance cars, phones, tires, stereo systems, garbage cans, furniture, couches, washer and dryers. I'm just looking around the kitchen just to see. Microwaves, dishes, blenders, tables, food, wind chimes, lawnmowers. We need those people to keep financing that stuff. The only people they're impressing is other people in the debt matrix. They don't know that though. They don't know that. You better keep your mouth shut if you want to have friends in your life. Keep your mouth shut. Get used to saying this. Okay. Lee Scott, how should collection accounts be handled? Okay. First, you must become debt free first. Collection accounts are last. They're already in collections. All right. They are last to be handled. Okay. By the time you get to them, guess what? They're going to take pennies on the dollar. And this is how you handle it. Okay. Say like you bill $1,000, you have $500. You must have the money ready, right? You call them up and say, don't run from collectors. Once you're financially free, you know better. Don't run from them. Give them your number. This is how you contact me. And this is how I would do it. Say like I owe the collector $1,000. I would have $500 and I would say, hey, I want to settle this debt today in writing, by the way, in writing. You don't pay nothing until it's in writing in your inbox or mail or whatever, right? Do you want this $500? They're going to give you a hassle. F you, you're not going to know this and that. You say, okay, well, I gave you that opportunity. Now I'm going to go to the next person on my list and they're going to get my $500. I guarantee you they're going to take your $500. So whatever you owe, don't think you're going to end up paying that. You're not. You say, do you want my money or not? No. Well, we're going to keep calling you. Well, you can keep calling me. And I might answer it, I might not. But when I answer it, I'm going to say, hey, do we have a deal or not? No. Boom. And then I'm going to just put you on block. I'm not going to change my number. I'm not going to run from you. I'm not doing any of that. I mean, I'm not going to tell them where I work, but I don't change your number. Don't act like you're avoiding them. Every now and then you pick it up and go, hey, yeah, what's up? Are you going to take that money? No? All right, well, talk to you next week. See what I'm saying? Because when you ain't got no debt, you have cash. So you're going to have the money to pay the collections. But when they finally say yes, this is what you do. You say, I want it in writing. Okay, I will pay you. And then you go out and you go get whatever you guys agree upon for payment. You put it on a prepaid debit card. Never give them access to your bank account ever. Don't ever do that. You put the exact amount of money that you need to pay them. You give them that number and that is it. Okay. Great dude. My mom said the same thing, writing pretty much. And that's a confirmation. You never pay a collector without it having in writing. Don't ever do that. They're volunteering. Yeah, because hey Lee, by the time you pay off all your debt, you'll have the money for the collectors. Don't even worry about that. Don't run from them. Don't run from them. Just put them on block or whatever, right? So when you're ready for them, you say, hey, yeah, what's up? This is Lee. Yeah, what up? Yeah, will you take 500? No? All right, well, I'm going to go down to the next collector on my list. They might take it. I bet you they changed their mind. Guaranteed. Yeah, for those of you guys don't know, Ulysses has his DTN professional, Wendell, he got his own podcast. He has interviewed me a couple of times, and we got to get back on that, Ulysses, before I blow up. No, I'll always be on your show, man. I promise. I owe like $8K in student loans, and it went up to cheesy. I'm reading Randall's, but I drove truck now. I'm making it good. I offer them 50% of the $8K. They ain't. Oh no, Randall, you can't do that with student loans. Sorry, they don't have to negotiate anything. Okay, they're not going to do. Student loans are the only exception. They don't have to negotiate anything because you can't get rid of it. You have to pay that off. Regular collection like Visa bills and other stuff, student loan debt, sorry. You have to work hard to pay that off. Oh yeah, they know that they have you. Okay, student loan debt, they'll garnish your wages, they'll take your income tax checks. They got all power. And honestly, Randall, they really don't want you to pay it off. They really don't. Because you'll be paying it with your Social Security checks if you don't. They will get so much money throughout the lifetime of your working life. And then guess what? When you die, the government is insured. Who are the government? We are. They'll pay it in full when you die. So they take all your money, your whole lifetime, and then they get paid when you die. They can't lose, so they're not negotiating anything. Okay? You have no choice but to pay it off. You can probably negotiate the interest on that, but the principal, let me say that differently, Randall. You can probably negotiate the interest, but you cannot negotiate the principal. Okay? Let me put it that way. The interest, you can't, it's negotiable, but you must have the money ready to pay it. They're not negotiating with you if you only have payments. You must save up the money or a certain amount, okay? Save up whatever the principal is. Find out what the exact principal is. Save up that amount because that's minimum what you're going to pay. And you might have to pay a few dollars over in interest, but they're not going to turn down that principal money. I promise you, they're not. Okay? Handle your deadly. Haroon, can you imagine this? At 18, they're letting 18-year-olds sign up to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, not knowing a clue about how it all works, not even having a clue. And you know what's so funny? Think about it. I want you guys to really think about what's happening, okay? It's volunteering to be a slave because you don't know. All right. I'm not hating on Sally Mae. I don't care if they took 100 of their employees to Hawaii. Who cares? I don't care because I'm not part of that nonsense. Great, Sally Mae. Great. Hey, whatever. Did you guys have fun? Cool. Yeah. But you know what? Honestly, they can do student loan money just like they do HSA, health savings account, where they give you that credit card or that thing that look like a credit card that you only can spend on medical expenses. They can do that same thing with student loan money. Hey, your money's refilled on this card. You only can use it for student college related expenses. They can do that. But there's so much money to be made not doing that. I get it. When you get out of that nonsense, you'll be like, oh man, learn from them. Because everything we're doing is a choice. I chose to keep my student loans for 10 years. I chose to do that. Unknowingly, of course, but nobody made me sign up for student loans. Nobody. Oh, Doug had another question? Where? Oh, I didn't see it. Let me see. I hear you, but can a bit be confusing because there's real estate investors that use good credit to acquire property, so on. Okay, so check this out, Doug. All right. I don't want you to confuse business debt with personal debt, because I know when people talk like that, they're crossing over without letting you know they're crossing over. Business debt is different than personal debt. Business debt is cool. You create an LLC, you create a business or whatever, right? That debt is assigned to the business. All I'm saying is this. if you treat your personal finances like a business, when you cross over to the business side, you'll treat that money the exact same way and you will kill it. You will weave through all the fakers that always tell you, hey, yeah, come over here, get rental property, this and that. You'll know how to decipher between the people that have brought their bad habits, their bad financial habits over to the business side. This is how I know, because if their personal finances are in shambles, they don't know anything else, so they're going to naturally bring it over to the business side. That's it. Always, when somebody tells you that, I want you to say to this, just say this to them. Oh, you got some rental property? Is that rental property under your business or your personal name? If they say their personal name, you better not listen to them. If they say, oh, it's under business so-and-so, so-and-so, okay, you got my ear. That's the difference. Yes, credit matters. It does. It does. Okay. So I'm not saying that. I'm glad you asked that question because I wanted to clarify that. But if you treat your personal finances like a business, and then you decide to get into rental property business, you will kill it over there, because there's a bunch of people that might be doing it. They might be making money, but they're doing it wrong. They don't know they're doing it wrong. They don't know the basics. That's their problem. It doesn't matter to you. You go over there and kill it. Thank you, Il Wills, for pointing that out, because it's scrolling past me. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to keep up here. People are lacking. Because I know someone earns 25 grand a year and he leased a car for 30. Hey, Haroon, exactly. And check it out. Check this out. The person the company that financed that person knew what they were doing to that person that only makes $25,000 a year, but financed a car for $30,000. Guess what they know? They know that person is not going to pay off that car, so they tax them heavy in the front end. I guarantee you, the person that has that $30,000 car, he has no idea what its interest rate is. He probably ask him, say, hey man, you know what your interest rate on your car is? And if this is you, if you finance the car right now and you don't know what your interest rate is, they got you. You live in the debt matrix. And don't be mad about it. Go to the mirror and say that to yourself. This is the safe zone. This is the safe channel. With things like that, don't be embarrassed about it. Those are the things that's going to wake you up. Those are the glitches in the debt matrix. Why did that company finance me knowing that I only make $25,000 a year, but that car is $30,000? Why'd they do that? Because you don't know. When you get outside the debt matrix, I won't even walk by a car lot. I'm not hating on a car lot. I'm not even hating what they do to people that don't know. That's business. Could I personally do that to somebody, own a car lot and sell somebody a car that's $30,000 knowing they only make $25,000? I personally couldn't do that. But am I mad at the company that does, or companies? No, it's business. It's mathematics. They're not doing anything to anybody. Banks are not doing anything to anybody either. I can imagine what is personal. You know what, Alyssa? You're right. Bouncing payroll checks. That tells you everything you need to know about his finances. Everything. This is how, let me tell you guys something, all right? This is how you can tell people that look like they have money, but they really don't have money, okay? When you're on the other side, it's clear as day. It's not hidden, because everything, let me tell you something, everything becomes a thing. If they have driving a Bentley, a Mercedes, nice car, nice house, though in my eyes, it's just things. Whatever, it's a house, it's a car. It's a nice car, but it's still a car. I ask them, hey, you making payments on that? If they tell me yes, I don't pay attention to it anymore. You got so much money, what are you doing making car payments? That doesn't make sense. CENTS. You got doctors out here making $300,000-$400,000 a year, but they still have student loan payments. What the hell? They can pay off their student loans in 1 to 2 years, period, but they keep them for 20. Lawyers do the same. Here are brilliant, smart people that spent most of their time in school, something that the majority of people don't even have the dedication to do. But then they pay on their student loans for 20 years. That makes absolutely no sense. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Excuse me. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter the title of your position at the job. Don't be fooled by any of that stuff. Don't be fooled by their cars, clothes. Those are facades, people. Smoke and mirrors. When you told me that, I didn't even say. Haroon, you can't say anything. You can't say nothing. Be careful of your facial expressions too. You have to. You know my face when I hear that? This is my facial expression. I have to do that with my friends. I have close friends. Think they're balling. Think they're balling. I almost lost a couple of them because I was like, hey, man, you shouldn't do that. Who are you, Linnell? You think you're this person and that and this and that. And I'm like, no. It's math. I didn't invent math. I didn't invent it. No. Then now I just shut up. Oh, man, I'm going on a vacation. We just financed this new car. I just redid my house. I'd be like, man, you're just digging yourself deeper. And I say this to myself. You're just digging yourself deeper and deeper in debt. They don't want to know. So we don't even talk about that. We've talked about it a couple times. I almost broke apart. I'm like, hey, man, I tell you what, we'll talk about everything else but finances. Don't bring it up. Man, I hope this save your channel signal. I said, oh, my signal's going in and out. Oh, man. Is it my voice or my signal, period? Crap. How long has it been doing that? Has it been doing it a lot? Crap. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I thought it was me for a second. I'm like, I'm paying for this high-speed internet. It better not be doing none of that. Well, everything's going to be saved. I mean, it saves it on YouTube. But when it comes to friends and family, like, for example, let me tell you guys something that just happened to me recently. My 18-year-old niece put me on, without even asking me, as a reference to finance a car. I was like, so I called her up and she didn't even answer the phone. But you're going to put me on as a reference? I told that company, nope, you can't use me as a reference. I'm not going to contribute to your downfall of your finances. They know better than to ask me, because you know what I'm saying? Don't you do that. But since there's more people in the debt matrix than not, Linnell's the crazy one. I'm the crazy one. Oh, man, you shouldn't listen to that. You need credit. This will help build your credit. Hey, what's the interest rate on that car? I don't know. I'm just building my credit. Oh, cool. All right, cool. Now he just, no, okay. I just want to, I thought you were saying my signal was bad. Thank you. It's just, I had to tell them no. Because you know what's going to happen if I allowed myself to be a reference when she starts missing the payments, because she will. It's a given. She will. And then I would be giving that company the right to bug me to say, hey, where's your niece at? How come she's not paying? You do no. I already cut that off in the beginning. I already know where it's heading. No, you cannot call me. No. He said, okay, sir, we'll take you off the list. Thank you. Now I'm the bad guy. Whatever. You'll thank me later. I am free. Free. Any other questions? If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you like what I'm talking about, hit that subscribe button. Hit that reminder button. Donations. I always place a link under every video. You can hit my PayPal donations. Leave a note how it affected your life in a good way, change your life. It doesn't matter the amount. I just like reading them. I really do. I like reading when people write me, email me, and tell me how I've changed their life. If you want a free 30-minute consultation, DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. Set up a 30-minute, free 30-minute consultation. I'll create a plan for you that all you got to do is follow, and you'll be free like me. Guaranteed. It all makes sense with math. And guess what? What I teach you, you'll learn along the way. And then when you come back and watch, say like you're in debt right now, and you come back and watch these videos, you're going to be like, oh my God, it just makes total sense. Exactly. You won't even need my help anymore. But you can't do it right away. Yes. Thank you, Mark. He sure did. He sure did. Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated. Like I told you, Mark, I'm jealous of you. DTN, Ulysses, he's around your age, man. I'm jealous of you guys. Because had I known, ooh, I feel like Jordan, baby. Oh, you guys know who Jordan is? Mark, Ulysses? Man, I'm telling you. Man. And hey, Mark, I got something to tell you though. All right. It's a double-edged sword. I'm going to tell you this. Once you're financially free, guess what? Any woman that you decide to date and be with, she's going to have to be free too. Because you're not going to take her serious. You're not. The woman I'm with right now, I asked to see her credit report. She thought I was joking. I'm not joking. Let me see your credit. When the first time I asked, she was like, I was like, why are you laughing? Yeah, I need to see it. Because it's just going to be a waste of time. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how good the sex is. It doesn't trump financial freedom. I promise you. Let me see your credit report. She was like, oh, you serious? I got lucky, Mark. She didn't have any debt. But if she came across the woman I saw before her, she was deep in debt. I was like, hey, you going to take care of that? Oh, Linnell, I'll get around to it. I said, that's a problem. That's a problem. When are you going to do it? Oh, I'm going to do this and that. Okay, well, we might as well stop. It's no point to even, because check it out. It's when you get out of debt, there's always two ways to listen to everything: debt and debt free. Like when you always hear in the debt matrix, oh, money's the number one reason for divorce. That's not true. That's not true. When's the last time you heard a woman say, hey, the reason why I divorced that man, because he kept stuffing all his money in my pocket. Every time I drained my bank account, he would go and fill it up. Every time I said, if you don't stop filling my purse and bank account up with money, I'm going to divorce you. I've never heard that in my life. Never. I've never heard that. It's debt. Debt is the number one reason for divorce. You see what I'm saying? That's debt. Please, Haroon, please make me the first one that you notify that you pay off your student loan debt. Please. Because let me tell you something. Right here in the US, 45 million people are in student loan debt. This is what people don't realize with student loan debt. Once you pay off your student loan debt, once it's gone, guess what? It places you immediately financially ahead of 45 million people. Now imagine, that's just a student loan debt. When you pay off your car loan, credit cards debt, look how far ahead of people you will be. Whether they know it or not is 100% irrelevant to math. 100% irrelevant. Sorry, Randall, that's not true. Taxes can help you build wealth. It only seems that way when you're in debt. When you're on this side of the game, you're like, oh, that's why taxes are in place. Exactly. A payment to what, Lord, to your student loan? So be ready, Mark. You're going to be in a different pool. Your pool of serious relationships is going to shrink down to this. First is like this. In the debt matrix, it's going to be this big. It becomes like, ooh, she is so fine. Ooh, look at her. She's a lawyer. She's a doctor. She drives a nice car and this and that. You're not going to care about any of that nonsense. If she's making car payments, you won't care what kind of car she drives. You're going to be like, what? Or whatever. Ooh, she's a lawyer. Because people in debt matrix think, oh, man, doctor, lawyer, they make money. This is what I think. When I see somebody like that, I say, hey, how much in student loan debt do you have? How long have you been paying it? Oh, yeah, I don't care how much money you're making. That doesn't matter. Sorry. I just don't like how these foreigners can come up to the U.S. and tax for free so many years and have access to it. Randall, let me tell you something, man. When you get out of the debt matrix, you won't think like that. Okay, you'll come on this side and you'll understand a lot of things. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm just saying you're not really going to think about that kind of stuff anymore. That's the best way I can say it. You're not going to be like mad because they get to come over here and do this. And once you're out of the debt matrix, you won't really care. You'll be like, whatever. You won't care. It won't matter because you won't be part of that nonsense. Now, if you want to do something about it, you'll have the money to do whatever you want to do to stop it or whatever. Whatever your passion is to do. Maybe you don't like it. Okay. You'll have some money to invest in legislation or vote it, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not knocking if you don't want it there. Okay. I'm not saying that, but you'll have real money to go towards your cause. It's like when you see politicians come to, and they have a $15,000 plate dinners. You think they're just doing it because they really believe the plate of food is $15,000? That's not true. There's a reason why they're paying $15,000 a plate. They're getting something. They're not doing it because they really love that person. They're getting something. Personally, I know this, so I'm not saying anything negative about them. Whatever. You're right. It is write-offs. Believe that, but it's a little more than that. It's way more than that. And the only way you're going to know is be part of it. Then once you get on this side, you'll be like, oh, that's why that's $15,000 a plate because of XYZ. I've already told you what you do when the government gives you things as a regular worker with your 401k and your HSA. People in the debt matrix look at 401k. Oh man, I'm gonna get a match and this and that. And when you hear people talk like this, and when you don't know really about 401ks, let me just jump back for a second. Because I want you to decipher the people that pretend like they know something. When you got somebody at work talking about, oh yeah, man, I put this much in my 401k and I get this 6% match and this and that. And then this is what I want you to ask them. Do you max out your 401k? Because if you max out your 401k, there's guaranteed money when you max out your 401k. What is that? The tax savings. You don't have to pay in much as in taxes. That's guaranteed money. Forget the 6%. Forget what the mutual funds are invested in. I'm not saying totally forget, but forget all that. Look at the money that you get today, this year, and every year that you do it now. It's not a guess. It's not a maybe. It's not a sort of kind of. It's guaranteed. And if they say, nah, man, I don't do that. I invest in over here. You better stop listening to them. That's all you need to know. You maxed out your 401k this year? No? Okay. Don't worry about they're getting a match because they're not met. Because check it out. Especially if they're in debt. Let me tell you guys something. If you're contributing to your 401k while you're in debt, this is what you're doing. Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you're contributing towards your retirement. In a negative, that's how much you're contributing. So if you're putting 15% of a negative number in your 401k, how much are you really putting in your 401k? Nothing. You think you're getting a 6% match? No, you're not. You're not matching nothing. Sorry. Hey, don't get mad at me. I didn't write math. I didn't invent math. Math was here before I was born. I was born and then I went to school and they said, hey, Linnell, this is math. I said, okay. See what I'm saying? Make sure I ain't missed any questions. Pay yours off, Lord. Keep at it. I want to see you over here. These forms, student loans. Student loans. That's the slavery, baby. That's the new slavery. People volunteer to be slaves there. Volunteer. Volunteer to be slaves. Volunteer. Can you imagine, like there's people out there right now that continue to go to school because they don't want to make their student loan payments. The only thing they have to brag on is all the degrees and the degrees they get. They have no choice. They're stuck. They're slaves. That's why they continue to go to school. Excuse me. Totally forgetting one day they will have to stop. They have to. And guess what? They will be slaves until they are dead. Dead. Those are the same people that brag about their PhDs and the masters and blah, blah, blah. When you hear those people talk, ask them, how much in student loan debt are you in? How much student loan debt do you have? They usually don't know. They will, and then if they don't know, you just think to yourself, yeah, you're a slave and you'll be a slave till you're dead. I don't want that. Keep your PhDs. When you want to pay off your student loan, they will tell you that you don't need to pay it off and have plenty of time. And the game is designed. Hey, Haroon, why do you think they always say, hey, you can put it in hardship, you can put it in forbearance, you can just knock it out, and we'll make the payments this small? Because they don't want you to pay it off. Slaves for life. Guess what? I think I'm gonna invest in Sally Mae. Nothing personal. It's not personal. It's all a choice. Ooh, Linnell's gonna invest in student loan. They're the devil. No, they're not. They're not the devil. They're not mean. Those are feelings. When people on Facebook and they jump on the bandwagon and all that stuff, remember, everybody, those are their personal feelings. You got to ask yourself, why are they involving their personal feelings in it? That doesn't make any sense. If everybody paid off their student loans and got out of student loan debt, Sally Mae wouldn't be in business. That's why they can take 100 of their employees to Hawaii. They've been doing it since the 70s. People are just making it a big deal now because it's election time and all this stupid nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. So when you see politicians promising that they're going to get rid of student loan debt, they're just getting the people that are in student loan debt, 44 million people, thinking that there's somebody that's going to come and save them. They're not going to save you. The government will never release that many of their slaves at once. Never. That's never going to happen ever. So stop it. Young people, if you're new to the game, fresh out of high school, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go ask your mama, your grandfather, your uncle, ask them, are you still paying on your student loan debt? If they tell you yes, you better do the opposite. That doesn't make sense to go to college for 4 years and pay on your college loan for 20. That doesn't make mathematical sense. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. Don't do that. By June, expected working 2 jobs. Cool. Lord, do that. You do whatever it takes, man. You do whatever it takes to pay that stuff off. People in the debt matrix, they're going to talk about you. Oh, Lord, why are you working like that? Why are you working 2 jobs? Oh, I need to pay off my student loan. Why are you doing that? You know you can make small payments. You know you can put in forbearance. That's all debt talk. Charlie Brown teacher voice. That's all they're talking. But Lord, they don't know what they're saying. So you can't be mad. You just go like this. This is the new thing. I'm telling you, this is what you got to get used to saying. Okay. When I'm on Instagram and somebody says, hey man, leasing's better than buying and this and that, I just go, okay. Because they're speaking debt. They don't know they're speaking debt. Why are you going to argue with a person that's speaking debt? That's just like if somebody's speaking Spanish and you're speaking English and you're arguing with them because they speak Spanish. That's what it is. Oh, you're stupid because you're speaking Spanish. You know, it doesn't make any sense. That's what it is when you speak, when you're debt free, you're speaking debt free and they're speaking debt, you're arguing with a brick wall. Degrees, debt, and no experience. Exactly, Ill Wills. Degrees, debt, and no experience at all. Good luck. Now, for those of you that don't know, I've been in IT for the last 20 years. And this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do for you guys. I want to get back into the IT field and show you what it's like to be in IT but debt free. Because let me tell you something. They took full advantage of me, calling me when they want, answering emails. You think they pay for your phone. You're like, oh, yeah, I don't have to pay for my phone. That's by design, baby, so they can have 24-hour access to your life. I wouldn't allow any of that. I've been out the game 4 years. So most of you don't know, I've been applying. Ill Wills, I've been doing it. Okay, I've been applying. But guess what? 20 years, bachelor degree. But since I've been out the game for 4 years, they're not even looking at me. Ain't that crazy? No, what you been doing? Nothing. What you been doing for the last 4 years? My own thing. Oh, okay. Have you been keeping up on your computer skills? No. Why would I keep up on my computer skills if I'm not in a computer field? No. But I got experience. Don't even matter. Experience and a college degree. Still don't matter. Ain't that crazy? I won't even fit back in the regular working world. Let me tell you guys something. I won't even fit. I'm the oddball. This is why. Because since there are more people in debt, the businesses are going to take advantage of you because you need the job. I get it. So they're not going to tolerate a person like me. Oh, man, you ain't going to work no overtime? Nope. You ain't going to let us call you anytime we wish? No, we're not hiring you. We'll hire somebody in debt. Sure is. Makes me cringe. Yep. Yeah, Lord. I know I started since June. Cool. Does auto loan finance, how does Lee, what do you mean how don't worry about it, just never do it. Don't worry about auto loan financing. The answer to that question, don't ever do it. Then you don't have to worry about it. Never finance things that go down in that go down in value. Have you ever heard of hey Lee, have you ever heard of gap insurance? You know how that works? They only offer gap insurance to those who are in debt. Only people in debt are offered gap insurance. Let me tell you how that gap is created. When you finance a depreciating object, something that's going down, when you finance it, it's going up at the same time with interest, like this. Watch this. Right here is a gap. Income gaps insurance for people that don't know. So you got your regular insurance, and then you got insurance to fill the gap, because if now you're in a car that you owe more than what it's worth, gap insurance. See how it's born? Welcome. More money, more money, more money, more money. See how that works? Crazy, huh? When you're in a debt matrix, you can't see any of that. You can't see that. Debt matrix it blinds you. It's a debt matrix. They have a bunch of stiffs sitting behind desks that you can run circles around most of. Exactly, Ill Wills. Exactly. You got all these so-called smart people, not saying that they're not smart at their job. Okay. I'm not saying that at all. Okay. People got skills. I met many qualified, skilled people. But this debt game, it doesn't care what position and a job you have. I know when I was an engineer, a computer engineer, I used to brag to the ladies, hey man, you know what I do? I'm a computer engineer. So they associate that with money. Of course, yeah, well, I make that. Yeah, okay, cool. But I was double that in debt. So does it matter how much I made? It doesn't. What do you do, Linnell? Oh, I'm a computer engineer. Ooh, he must got money. No, I couldn't turn to him and say, well, no, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, really. But I know it looks like that. Why you see my Lexus, huh? It's financed. But hey, whatever. I can afford the payment. Of course, Lee. This is the channel, Lee. No question. Let me make sure I say this to you clearly, okay? Clearly. Clear. Lee. All right? No question is a dumb question. I want to answer you clearly and precisely using 5th grade math so you can hear it. If you have a finance car and you don't know the interest rate of your car, I want you to stand up, go to the mirror and say, how come I don't know the interest rate on my car? How come? Say that. Degree, but then you can't leave the company once qualified for 5 years or low salary. There isn't. You know what? That's what I say about that, Haroon. Okay. If you plan on staying at this company for 5 years, hell, why not? Let them pay for it. You know, you got to read the fine print of why they're going to pay for it. All right. And if you figure, hey, I'm going to be here anyway, let them pay for it. Don't knock it. But as long as you understand that they say if we pay for it, you got to be here X amount of time. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. Ain't nothing. Hey, I'm not against that. Do that. But if you don't plan on being there that long, you better not do that. Plus now I believe they say you have to be at a certain requirement, a certain grade. So you pay for it and then they reimburse you. Like, let's say you got to have a certain grade point average and all that stuff. And if you don't meet it and you pay for it and you don't meet the minimum, they just don't have to pay for it. But again, they reimburse you. So they really not going to lose. But if they have those rules, whatever, cool. As long as you don't have to pay for it. That's what I major in it. That's what I major in it. I'm not sure what you mean, Randall. Ill Wills, you know how they do us in the IT game, but we allow it. Why? Mortgage, credit cards, car payments. That's why I won't fit back in that world, Ill Wills. That's why I won't fit back, because I won't allow any of that. Especially if I'm interviewing for jobs, right? Check it out, Ill Wills. If I'm interviewing for jobs right now and they come across my channel on YouTube, they're not going to hire me. They're not going to hire me. I promise you, they're not going to hire me. They're going to be like, oh, no, But if the right company sees me and knows that I don't interject my feelings into business, they're going to hire me. Promise you that. Promise you that. They're going to hire me. And they're going to put me in a position that's not normally advertised. Do I know what the names of those positions? No, I don't. But I know they exist. They didn't become multi-million-dollar businesses by involving their feelings. I promise you that. Have you noticed, like, Ill Wills, have you noticed, like, when you apply for certain jobs, they put everything under the sun that you should know before they hire you? If I knew all the stuff that they list on that job application, they would pay me triple what they're offering. Nobody knows all that. Nobody knows all that. I just click yes, apply, click, click, click. Yeah, sure, I know all that. Yes, yes, whatever. And just think, I feel sorry for the people right now. If you work at a place right now that you hate, you know why you work there? You have no choice. You're in debt. I guarantee you this. You pay all your debt off, you're going to be out of that job so fast. You're going to be gone so fast. If you decide to stay and you had a boss or a manager talking to you any way they wish, you're going to put a stop to that. Promise you. I promise you. Like if I got a job, if I was at a job, right, financially free, and a boss came in from home with an attitude and they try to take it out on me, I say, hey, we need to get together for a meeting. What for? I'll talk to you about it then. Get into the meeting. I say, hey, man, I didn't appreciate that. Don't talk to me like that. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Those are feelings. You don't bring those feelings to work. If you need to stay home, you stay home. Don't bring it. I don't care what your wife did to you. So what? I'm not your wife. Don't talk to me like that. Debt forces you, Mr. Krabs. Yes, Mark. IT is crazy like that. You young in the game, baby. I'm going to start you off right. I'm going to make sure you don't do what I did in the IT industry, okay? First of all, on-call rotations. Those are scheduled, but yet they call me all the time outside of the on-call rotation, all the time. What the hell is the purpose of an on-call rotation if you still gonna call me when I'm not on call? No more of that. Mark, if they call you on your phone, you better get a separate phone. Do not give them your personal number. You have a separate phone. When you leave at 5, you power that baby down and put it in your desk. Don't even bring your laptop home. There is no purpose of that. When you signed up for that job, you said, hey, I'm gonna work 8 to 5, 40 hours a week. I'm off at 5 o'clock. If you off at 5 o'clock, your laptop stays there and so does your phone. There's no reason to bring it outside. Why are you bringing it? You gonna give away the time in your life for free? You answer that phone, you are. You better not do that. You better not. You better not start it out like that, Mark. No, sir. I don't care if that database crashes. If you're not on call, that's the business's problem. And if they do happen to call you outside of business hours, say like they do it once, okay? They probably already did it. Say like they do it once and you're not on call and it's not part of your requirement. You walk into the boss, you walk into your manager and say, hey, I got on the call. I went and fixed that database and this is what I did. But by the way, unless you guys are going to double my salary, don't be calling me after hours like that. You say it just like that. Don't call me up. That's when I signed up for this job. You guys didn't say nothing about calling me after hours for free. You didn't say I could. You didn't say I was going to work for you for free. Sorry. Don't do that. Ever. I mean that, Mark. You better start it early. Tell them, Ill Wills. Tell them. SQL, Ill Wills. Windows. Database. You know that. Tables messing up. I don't even want. I never bothered to get in that stuff. I didn't really care about that. That wasn't my forte. Yes. Don't give them. You get a separate phone, Mark. Go get you a separate phone, prepaid, that you hardly ever use. Put it in $30 a month, 5 gigs of data, whatever, $30 a month, whatever. They'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They'll pay for it. But when you leave, that phone is powered off and left at your desk. There's absolutely no reason for you to take it with you. No reason. Nope. Believe that. I will never allow that again, ever. And if I get a job, you guys better believe I'm gonna be making videos on it. You better believe, because I know a lot of you think I'm joking. But when you don't have no debt, when you don't have no debt, you look at your job as strictly business. You will no longer put your feelings inside of your business. You will not interject your feelings. Believe that. They'll say, hey man, the database broke last night. We was trying to get a hold of you. You go like this. Why? What do you mean? We couldn't get a hold of you. I know, my phone was at work. Why would I bring it home? Well, we tried to get it. What do you mean? I'm gonna ask you again. Why are you trying to call me? I don't get it. I get off at 5. I know it seems funny, Mark, right? It's only because you're in debt. When you need the job and you're in debt, you better believe them. Oh man, let me be on the good side. I don't want to be rolled up for something being bad. Bad for what? Working for free? You're gonna get rolled up for working for free. Giving away the time in your life, something that you cannot get more of, no matter how much overtime you work, no matter what kind of job you get, you can't get more of it, and you're gonna be scared to give it away because you didn't give it away for free. Those days are done. Nope. Tell them, Ill Wills. Believe that. Every time you get your paycheck, your contract is done. It doesn't matter how long a person works there. Oh man, when people say this, oh man, I've been at my job for 20 years. So what? Why are you saying that? So what? Have they been paying you? Yeah. Then each time you get your check, your contract is complete. The amount of years you work don't mean anything. Stop taking your job personally. Stop. Yeah, if you don't pick up, but once they call you a few times and you say, hey, yeah, I don't bring my phone home. Yeah, I don't give out my personal phone. I don't mix those two. Nope, sorry. I have a separate phone for work. Tell them I have a separate phone for work and I have my personal phone. This is work. When I leave at 5, don't sugarcoat it. When I leave at 5, I power it off and leave it at my desk. There's absolutely no reason for me to bring it. Don't be like me, Mark. I was scared to leave my phone. If I was at home, I was scared to leave my phone downstairs when I went upstairs. Ain't that crazy? Oh man, oh my God, did I miss a work call? I was trained. It's business. I'm not mad at my job. Don't get me wrong. It's business. It's business. I don't pick up now. That will stop me from taking a job. If they don't have more than that 5-person call rotation, I'm not doing it less than 5 because you will come on call twice. Exactly. Your rotation will be sooner. It will. I remember one time I went and applied for this one job. I went to interview for this one job, right? It would have been me and another person. And I asked that person in the interview, I said, how does the on-call rotation work? You guys are going to switch between the two of you. I said, you're going to own me, OWN, own me for 6 months out of the year? For how much? $80,000 a year. Are you crazy? No, sir. No, sir. No, you're not. Sorry. Keep this job. I felt sorry for the dude. He needed another person. That means he was on call 24 hours a day. No life. You know what they told me, Ill Wills? And this is what they said. Ill Wills, Mark, this is what they said. You don't hardly get any calls. So what? I'm not going to be listening for my phone, because believe it or not, when you're on IT and they have your phone number, believe it or not, your mind is mentally connected to every single sound that comes out of that phone. Ding! What is that? Oh, that's an email sound. Ding! What's that? What's that? It's vibrating. What is that? Is that my job? No, sir. You're trained. Oh yeah, vacation time. Check it out. You don't even hear yourself. You work to earn vacation, right? You earn vacation. Now you got to put in a request to see if you can take the vacation days that you want to take your vacation on. Now you got to cross your fingers and see if you're approved. Hell no. Well, I get mad even thinking about it. I'm sorting still someone like that right now. What do you mean by I really understand what your question or what you're saying, Mark? The helpless desk will call anyone that can exactly the person from the worst attitude with a call. So because I don't bite your head off, you want to call. You know what's so crazy, Ill Wills? Check it out. Think about it this way, Ill Wills. This is the funny part, and I didn't realize this till after the fact. Okay, one person is on call, but it's impossible for one person to know each and every system in the business. That's impossible. Nobody knows SQ, the SAN, the database, the Windows virtual machines, the VMware, the SQL, so they're going to call the person that knows that part of the system, and 9 times out of 10, that person's not going to be on call, but he might as well be. That was me. I didn't see that when I was in it because I needed the job. I was in debt. Your phone will blow up. Hey, hey man, they're just the head person. The person on call is just the person that's going to call everybody else that knows the systems. That's it. They're not going to fix the problem. They're going to fix it by calling the person that knows how to fix the problem that's not on call. What's the purpose of an on-call rotation if you're always still going to get called? It makes no sense. That's just a formality. I see that in almost every IT application. You're going to be part of a 24-hour on-call rotation. I'd be like, I work at Pizza Hut. I'll change oil. At least when I know when I get off, I'm off. Now, but I'm going to start looking into the weeks to come. The on-call rotation Is well-being a make or break? Hey, it's like this, Ill Wills. Let me tell you this. Even if, say, like the on-call rotation was every 3 to 4 months, okay? Say like it was once every 3 to 4 months. If you're still getting called throughout those 4 months, even though you're not on call, what's the purpose? It doesn't matter how long it's called, how long it is apart. It doesn't matter. You're still getting called. Sorry to ramble on about that. I had to throw in some IT garbly goop. I know most of you guys that are not in IT don't really understand. But believe me, you hear us make that kind of money, every penny is earned. That money is not free. It's not free. Oh, you pay it. You paying. Yeah, we might make high 5, 6 figures, but we're earning every penny of that money. Sold our souls. Sold them. That money ain't free. Any other questions? We're going on 2 hours, but I love it. Any other questions, people? Anybody that hasn't asked something, doesn't have to be IT related either. I know, right, Ill Wills? Hey, at least they get right off. No pressure. Say hello to everybody. Don't have to tackle anybody trying to steal nothing. Hey, I'm going to let you right out the door. See you later. Free 30-minute consultation at DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe. You like my channel? Maybe you're not ready to get out of debt, but you want to donate something to me. Hit my donate PayPal. PayPal.me/Lonnell, Lonnell. Hit that like button. Hit that reminder button. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you, Engineering Cannabis. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm from Washington State, by the way. I miss living there, but I didn't like the weather. But it was lovely to live there. I live in South Carolina now. So I'm almost debt free, thinking about the next stage after my savings is complete. What do you think about the home ownership? Okay, this is how you do it, Art. I'm glad. Good question. And this is the only way you do it. You walk into the bank of your choice, doesn't matter. You walk in and say, hey, I want the best top rated mortgage you have, the conventional mortgage that you have to offer in this bank. The bank is going to say, cool, here's the list of requirements. You're going to read through the requirements. If you don't meet the requirements, you leave the bank and you don't come back until you do meet the requirements. Boom, that's it. How do you tell if you have enough money if you're ready to buy a house? That's easy too. Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a house. Done. That's it. I just told you how to buy a house. That's it. Wasn't that easy? It was easy, right? That was easy. That's it. Just like, what was that? 2 steps? That's it. That's it. Easy enough. Remember, if you don't have 20% or more to put down on whatever house you're getting, you're not ready for a house. Now, I know you probably got a ton of people around you probably buying houses like it's nothing. Oh man, they got a house. This person got a house. This person got a house. And I'm gonna give you some debt-free language advice. This is how you filter through the people that to tell if they bought the house right or not. This is how you do it. Because people in debt, they love to brag about the price of the house. I don't know why they do it. They brag about the house, like the price of the house, like they paid cash for it or something. All right. I don't know why they do that. Okay. Anyway, when they tell you the price of the house, you Google 20% of whatever the price of the house is. So say like the house is $300,000. That person that's telling you they just bought a house, they would have to come up with $60,000 cash to put down on that house. Okay. You ask that person, how much did you put down on the house? If it's less than 20%, they did it wrong. Don't take house buying advice from them. Don't ever do that. Just go, oh, how much you put down? Oh, I didn't know how they put money down. I only had to put 3.5%. Don't listen to them no more. That's all you need to know. Don't ask them no more questions. Don't be fooled by what they did. Nothing. Should I even bother with home ownership? Yeah, why not? If you got the money, cool. As long as it's like this. Are you you got to make sure your finances agree with you if you're ready to be a homeowner. That's it. There's nothing to do with age. Should I do it now because this is the time I should be doing it? That's all debt matrix talk. Like you got to be a certain age. I'm almost 30. I'm almost this age. My son's this age. That has nothing to do with nothing. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a house. That tells you if you're ready for a house. That's it. Don't go in deeper. Don't do none of that debt matrix talk stuff. That means nothing. Especially you 30-year-olds, you're probably getting house fever. Oh, I should be having a house at this time. I should be here at this time. Who's telling you that? Other people in the debt matrix. Don't listen to them. They want you to be in the same amount of debt as them. It is better to be in a rent to own, or would you do? I would never do rent to own ever. No, just rent. Just rent, because the rent to own places like that, you don't know what their financial situation is. So you could be renting to own. They could be in some serious trouble. They could have FHA loans, some nonsense loan. And if they lose out, guess who else loses out? You. Just rent an apartment, just rent. You're getting something. Don't be like the debt matrix people saying, hey, the mortgage is the same as the rent. You're just throwing your money away on rent. No, I'm not. I got a place to live in. What are you talking about? I'm paying money to rent. I have a place to live. What do you mean I'm throwing away money? I'm not throwing away money. I have a place to live. When the washer goes out, I just call up the manager. Hey, not the washer, the dishwasher. Dishwasher goes out, stove goes out, refrigerator. Hey, man, come fix this. You stay renting until you can afford a house, period. Because your dream house will become a nightmare if you don't have no money. The American dream, listen to this, you guys. You always hear the American dream. You must stay asleep to live the American dream. They're telling you must be asleep. Don't be asleep. Half the people in dreamland that have mortgages, they believe they're homeowners. And if you have a mortgage, if you have a house right now, this is what I'm going to tell you to do. If you have a house right now and you have a mortgage, this is what I want you to start saying to yourself when somebody asks you if you're a homeowner. Hey, are you a homeowner? You say just like this. No, I'm in the process of buying it. That's what you say. Don't call yourself a homeowner. Say, no, I'm in the process of buying it. Pretty soon you're going to get tired of saying that. So you're either going to get busy and pay it off, or you're going to sell it, one or the other. Don't fool yourself. When it comes to money, let me tell you something. In the finance world, words are manipulated. You must know the exact meaning of words when you use them when it comes to finance. Homeowner, that it only really has one definition: somebody that owns a house with a title in hand. That's all it means. But yet millions of people are calling themselves homeowners every day while they're having mortgages. Why do they do that? They're dreaming. They live in a debt matrix. Who cares how they feel about it? They can feel like they're a homeowner all they want. Whatever. That's how you feel? You feel like you're a homeowner? Yeah, okay, whatever. As long as you understand it's just a feeling. It's just the way you feel. Whatever. The bank don't care. As long as you make that mortgage payment on time. As long as you make that mortgage payment on time, the bank doesn't care what you call yourself. Homeowner, home builder, master home maker, whatever. They don't care. As long as you make that mortgage payment on time. Say like this. Say like you owned a home and you had a renter in your home. And your renter was going around telling all his friends and family that he owned the home. Would you care? Long as he's making that rent on time, you wouldn't care what he called himself. That's how the bank feels about you. See what I'm saying? It's just a feeling, whatever. Hey, man, your renter's going around telling him he owns the house. I'd be like, I don't care, whatever. No, Randall. That's why I got to write him. Think about it this, Randall, and I'm not even bragging. Think about it this way, and I swear to you, I'm not even bragging. Go on YouTube and see if you find anybody that teaches money like I do. Go find them. Go find them. You won't. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but it's rare. That's why I need to write a book. That's why I'm going to do this until I'm dead. It's so easy. I'm only using fifth. I'm using the math that we learned in grade school. I still remember my grade school teacher's name in math teacher. Her name was Miss Klingensmith. You know why I remember her name? Because I loved the math and money games. Loved it. Got gold stars by my name all the time, but yet I never used it outside of grade school. Ain't that crazy? That's why I love this. That's why I love teaching people. That's why I love changing people's lives. You better be ready to be odd, though. You're not going to fit back in the debt matrix. That's going to be the hard part. You're not going to fit back in. And they're going to know you're odd, too. Whatever. I swear to you guys, I'm going to write a book. All right. I've been asked that too many times. I'm going to get on it now. Okay. I got a person ready for me. I got to because I've never done it. It's the unknown. Okay. I'm not even going to be real with you. It's the unknown. I don't know where to begin to get this information out of my head, to put it on paper, to put it in the right format, to do whatever. I got to just get with the right person to get this information out of my head. That's it. You look at me. I'm on here for 2 hours. I got the content. Everybody can understand what I'm saying. Savings minus debt equals how much money I have in real life. If you're in a negative, you have no money. See how easy that was? That was easy. Thank you, Art. Thank you, man. Shit. When you start it up, let me know. I'll subscribe to it. I'll subscribe to it for real. I want a weekly spot on O'Shea Duke Jackson's channel. I do. I want a weekly finance spot. Now, I don't know him personally, man, but I appreciate him for giving me the shot on his show. That's what I do. I love brothers that do that. Don't even know me, but he sees what I'm doing. Those people can spot other people that are serious and passionate about it. I'm $19,50,000 in credit card debt. Any advice? M Gold. Now, at 19, I know $15,000 sounds like a lot of money. At 19, I would have thought it might as well have been $1 million. Okay. This is what you do. Get with me and I'll create a plan for you. 19,000 is nothing. I will create a plan for you to get you out of debt, and you will be free for the rest of your life, especially at 19. Oh, hey, Ill Wills. Mark, you thought 30 was good? If I could get this dude at 19, his own friends won't even understand him. His own friends won't even understand him. Hey, M Gold, DebtAintMyDaddy at gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Let's schedule your free 30-minute consultation. I will get you out of debt so fast, and you'll learn along the way with just math. Okay? You'll be free. You ready? All you gotta do is do it. I promise you, I can do it. 19,000 is 19 or 15,000 is nothing. At 19, I know it seems like a lot, but it's not. It's not. I'll free you now. By the time you're 25, you're going to be an alien to everybody else. They're going to be like, why is this dude so happy all the time? He never talks about money. He never even thinks about money. Hey, M Gold, I don't even think about money. Don't even think about it. And no, I'm not rich. I'm financially free. Financial freedom means my finances are above zero. So when people ask me this, hey man, how much are you worth? You know what I say to them? Don't worry about that. My finances are in the black. That's all you need to know. They're in the black. JBM 93. I don't know who Jay Morrison is. I'm assuming he's a finance person. You know what, Haroon? People in the debt matrix, when they hear a statement like that, they think they have to live like a bum. Oh, spend less money. Oh man, I'm not. This is what they say, Haroon. Oh man, you only live once. You're going to die. You can't bring it with you. People in debt say things like that all the time, not realizing they're going to be slaves their entire life and not even know it. They think they're living, but they're not. They're not living. You know how long it took me to break the 40-hour work week cycle? 1 year of not having a regular job. I'm going on 4, but 1 year, it freed me. It freed me. It freed me. If any of you never even took, just think about, have you ever even taken a month off? I've taken a year. My first day, I'm 4 now, but I'm just saying, the first year, it took me, I was going through so many cycles, man. Oh, I need to get a job. What if I run out of money? This and that. Not realizing that when you're financially free, life is not even expensive at all. It's not even expensive. It just seems that way when you're in debt. See, ill wills, they're asking, look at JBM 93. Not yet. I got to get on it, JBM. I got to get on it. Books, courses. Right now, I'm just making videos. All right. And I got clients, I got clients that call me. And so I create financial plans to get them out of debt. All right. But I'm going to create courses and all that stuff. JBM, I had to build my following first for people to know who I am first, so they'll buy from me. Because if I'm a nobody and you say, hey, man, buy that book from Linnell, they're going to be like, who is he? Oh, I ain't buying that. Or, who is he? First I had to build who I am first. I'm in the military, E3. They gave me $15,000. Hey, M Gold, you know why they did that? Because you're 19. Now, I'm not saying not keep that credit card. Keep it. Don't use it. You're in $19,000 or $15,000 worth in debt. Don't use it. They give it to you because you're 19. You don't know. Don't use that credit card. I'm not saying not have one, because I have one. Okay. I have a credit card, M Gold. This is what I want you to go do. I want you to go to my Facebook / DebtAintMyDaddy. I post my entire credit report every single month. Go see my credit report. That is how I want your credit report to look. And I built that credit score with one credit card. Okay. I'm not saying you won't understand why I'm saying it right now, because you're in $15,000 worth of debt. You won't even understand what I'm saying. You need to get rid of that $15,000 worth of debt. After you do that, you'll understand everything I'm saying. You're going to M Gold. Can I hold something? They always ask him for money. They're going to call M Gold. Can I hold something? I'm not quite sure what you're saying, Ill Wills. I'm in the military, blah, blah, blah. You gotta do what you gotta do in order to become debt free, even if that means working. It does. You see what that M Gold? You see what DTN's saying? You do what you gotta do, especially at 19. Okay, let me tell you something. You're a whole different generation. You're looking on Facebook and you're looking on Instagram. You got all this social media and people pretending to be rich. I get it. You at 19 and women, I get it. All right. But let me tell you something. In Gold. You become financially free, you'll separate yourself from everybody. Everybody. At 19, I know I'm going on 50. Now to you, I'm sure 50 seems old. It's not. It just seems that way because you're looking at it wrong. Say like you're 19, you see a 50-year-old, oh, he's old. No, you're new to earth, M Gold. You're new. You're brand new to earth. I've been here 30 years longer than you. I know something that you don't. I've been here 30 years. You're new to earth. Welcome. See what I'm saying? I can put you light years, 30 years financially ahead of people that have been here longer than you. Financially ahead. That's all that matters. I know you do because you're in this room. Ain't that funny? I know you understand because you're here. Ask some of your friends, come to this room. They probably think, who's that dude? He's crazy. He's old. He's almost 50. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Times are not like that anymore. Then you turn to him and say, what do you mean? Math is not like that anymore? When did math change? Math is different at our age? 1 + 1 is not 2 anymore? When did that change? Donald Trump filed for bankruptcy. And you know what's so funny, Randall? Yeah, he did. Because people in the debt matrix think you're a loser for filing bankruptcy. It's there for a reason. It's there for a reason. You just got to know how to use it. It's a tool. Bankruptcy is not a something for losers. It's only for losers if they keep using it over and over again. Bankruptcy can free you. If you can get a Chapter 7, you are immediately free. But you know what most people do? Go file Chapter 7 and then say, oh, okay. And then they get right back into the credit trap that they got them in there in the first place. Then they start the whole cycle all over again. Sorry. Gold's going to have so much money when he gets older, debt free. They won't call him M Gold, but you're right, Ill Wills. They sure will. They sure will. Oh, something. You know what? Let me tell you something. M Gold, Ill Wills is right. Guess what? When you're free, you're going to have so much money. You're going to have everybody in the debt matrix think, since you have so much money, he can let us borrow some. That's what they're going to do. You know what you're going to say? No. Get comfortable with no. I say it all the time. No. You got it. Yeah, I got it. You can let me borrow it? No. Why? Because you're in debt. You don't know you're in debt. I'm not going to go that far, but I'm just saying no. M Gold, they're not going to understand why you're happy all the time. How come you never talk about money? How come you're not complaining about student loans, car loans? How come M Gold is never talking about that? Because you're not in debt. You're going to have so much money. Oh, you're going to have so much money. Here's the number one rules, M Gold. Remember this before you leave this room. The secret to becoming rich. Never, ever, ever finance anything that depreciates and you'll be rich. Ain't that sounds simple, huh? Never finance anything that depreciates and you'll be rich. That's it. Randall, I take good care of myself. I'm not vegan. I'm not. I just eat a certain way. You know what? I'm not bragging. You guys want to see my workout videos? I'm a monster in the gym. 6-pack, 8-pack, all that. Go to Facebook/food.ain't-my-daddy. Go check out my videos. If you go, you know what? Better yet, go through my videos on YouTube. Go way to the very back. Because I started out with that at first, but then it changed into Daddy Ain't My Daddy. Go to my videos way back. You got to go way back. You'll find in my workout videos. That's what I do. Monster. I don't talk about it though. I just eat right. That's it. That's it, Randall. That's it. I just eat right. I don't have quite enough money for Chapter 7 yet. I'm stressed out. I just want to let it all go with Chapter 7 and start fresh. No. M Gold, no. No, don't do that. I need you to feel how I want you to feel paying off $15,000. That's part of the process. You don't file bankruptcy for $15,000. You don't do that. You feel paying off the $15,000. You know why? So you'll never do it again. You'll never accidentally do it again, ever. You won't do that again. You won't accidentally go in debt anymore. I promise you. That'll never happen. You won't care what your friends are doing. You won't care what your friends are buying. You won't care. Okay, check this out. M Gold, this is all you got to do. Find out your exact amount of debt down to the penny. Okay? Down to the penny. Then I want you to ask 10, 20 of your military buddies, your friends, hey, do you know how much debt you're in? I guarantee you none of them will know. Every single one of them will guess. And this is what it sounds like outside the debt matrix when you guess about how much money you have and how much debt you have, okay? This is what it sounds like. If I asked you, M Gold, hey, what's 1 + 1? And you go, it's around, including the student, that's what it sounds like. No, it's just 2. But when you guess to see how much debt you're in, that's exactly what it sounds like to people like me when I'm out of debt. Hey, how much debt you're in? I'm financially free. How much debt you in? Oh, it's around this. I think it's this. 1 + 1 = 2. And then I know nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know in gold. And then you come back to my channel because I want you to say, how in the hell did Linnell know that? Because I know math. You're closer to grade school than me. Only use the math that you learned in grade school. Whoever your math teacher was in grade school, you probably still remember her name. That's all you need to know. Apply that to your finances and you'll win. That's it. I just had a client's son who's in 6th grade. He watched one of my videos. You know what he said? Go, hey, Dad, you know that math that Linnell's teaching right now? I learned that in 2nd and 3rd grade. What's that tell you? A 6th grader said that. I learned the math that he's talking about in the 2nd and 3rd grade. You know how upset I was, embarrassed myself to even hear that. I have quite enough money. Okay. A camel late, so you rather rent than have a. Of course. JBM 93. Yeah, I'll rent until I have the money to buy a house. I'm not gonna buy anything I can't afford. I'll never do. I don't care what a house is. A house is a thing. No stress from corporate America. No stress. I'm going back to stick that quote on my car. Haroon. Yeah, stick it on your car. The next time you hear a person come into the office or say, hey, man, check it out. I got an awesome deal on my brand new car. You just go, okay. Whatever. Don't say whatever, because they'll look at you funny and think you're better than them or something stupid nonsense. Don't ever do that. I won't even use 15K. I have secured credit cards. I like using my own money. Exactly, Randall. Keep using your own money. But this is what I want you to think about. I want you to get rid of a secured credit card and get you an unsecured credit card, okay? Because this is why. Secured credit cards, even though you don't use them, they're secured by your money. So they have your money. And guess what the banks are doing? They're using your money. It's not, I know you might not be using your secured credit card, but check it out. They're using your money and they're loaning it out to other people. That money could be in your account somewhere earning interest, not giving it to the bank. Because this is what it is. Randall, check it out. In order for you to get a secure credit, I just made a video on this. In order for you to get a secured credit card, you have to have the money in your hand, whatever your limit is, and give it to the bank. And the bank exchanges it and gives you a piece of plastic and say, here you go. And then they charge you interest on your own money. And on top of that, they're making money by loaning your money out to other places. It's just business. I'm not hating on the banks. Okay, I'm not downing them. You learn from them. Get rid of your secured credit cards and get you an unsecured credit card right away, as soon as possible. Tell him, Fred. Tell him and check it out. Fred, he's 19. He only got $15,000 in debt, and he's stressing. You know why he's stressing? Because he's 19. 15,000 ain't nothing. Very true. I got a minor in math and only use calculus. BK from the Rockies. Exactly. I learned all that in college. Calculus, bloggity, blah, blah. Now, don't get me wrong, BK Rocky. It teaches you how to think. Okay. It teaches you, hey, you do all this and it equals Y. Okay, whatever. Whatever. But do you need that in your money? No. 1 + 1 will always equal 2. Not caring how you feel about it. Who cares? You can't say to somebody, hey, you know what? I know 1 + 1 = 2, but I really feel like it should equal 3. You'll look like a complete idiot for saying that out loud. That's how that's exactly what it sounds like when people believe they're homeowners while having a mortgage. I'm a homeowner. Don't you have a mortgage? Yeah, but that's only a feeling. That's only a feeling. I got $500 security limit and then $1,000 limit from Capital One I don't use, but my sister used for gas and I just pay it monthly to help my credit. Are they, hey, Randall, are they both secured credit cards? But normally use my secured, but only I'm going to take it off. If you can get an unsecured, Randall, and stop letting the bank use your money for free, I would do that. You know, it doesn't matter the percentage rate. If you can get an unsecured credit card, no matter the percentage rate, because you're going to be paying it in full in every month. So you're not going to really worry about the interest rate they charge you on that card, because you're never going to be paying it. Because once you pay it in full, you're not paying any interest. Okay. What's the bad thing about chapter 7? Don't get me wrong, I'm listening to everything you're saying, but I feel like if I do a chapter 7 now while I'm young, would be no problem to rebuild, because you won't learn anything. It'll be gone, and then you will not have learned anything. Especially at 19, there's no reason for you to do it at $15,000. You don't need to do that. You need to feel what you did. That's very important. That's the very important piece. I promise you, in gold, if you do this, if you feel what you spent, you'll never do that again. If chapter 7 comes in and wipes it away, you're not going to learn anything. You didn't feel anything. It's just gone. You wasted a chapter 7. You wait for a chapter 7 for something serious later in life. If you get a house or you're in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt, then you use the chapter 7. But right now, And promise you, even if you went to try to get one in gold, you're not going to get it anyway. There's a means test. You have a job, they're not going to approve you for a chapter 7. They're going to probably put you on a chapter 13, and you definitely don't want that. You sure in the hell do not want a chapter 13. No. Pay it off. You need a plan. Get with me, and I will create you a plan. And you will thank me for the rest of your life. I'm not even bragging. I know you do. I know you do. But I'm just I'm talking like this because I want you to feel what I'm saying. I really do. I want you to feel what I'm saying. I don't think you're not listening to me. I'm talking like this because I want you to feel it. I've been on earth 30 years longer than you. You're brand new to earth. Welcome. I know something that don't even really count my age, because people my age, they're still in debt. It doesn't matter. I know something. I'm 30 years here on earth longer than you. And I know something that the majority of people on this planet in the United States don't even know. Don't even know. I do feel you. Why do you say you feel like shit? What do you mean? Because you get $15,000 worth of debt? You're going to laugh at this once you're out of debt. You're going to laugh, especially when you get older. Okay, that's funny. Again, I understand. I've learned. And Fred knows. Fred knows. He's teaching his son, and his son ain't even legal working age. If he knows this knowledge coming out the gate, oh man. Coming out the gate. Secure with my bank, and the Capital One then gave me an unsecured card. I just never use it. Okay, if that's the case, close your secured credit cards. They're going to give you your money back. Whatever's holding that secured credit card, remember, that money comes back to you. That's your money. They got to give it back to you. Okay. And then you put that money towards debt, period. Right now, it's just wasting there. Not wasting for them. It's wasting for you. They're making money off your money. Discipline. Hey, MGO, listen to look what Fred said. It's discipline. It teaches you discipline. No different than the service. You're in the military. No different. There are strict rules in the military. You can't just wake up and do what you want to do, right? Same thing. You got to treat your money just like the military does. Same way, with the same type of discipline. Are you married, or suggest marriage? Let me tell you this. No, I'm with a woman. I'm with a woman, JBM 93. But let me check. I always tell people this. The woman I'm with now, I asked to see her personal credit report. Don't think I'm joking. I'm dead serious. She thought I was joking. got with her. It was going, it was, it was flowing along. It was going right. The first thing I said, hey, I need to see your personal credit report, because if you're deep in debt, we might as well not even waste each other's time. Don't even have sex, because I don't want you thinking that I just want to hit it and quit it. No, it's no point in us to continue this relationship if you're in debt and you don't care about being in debt. It's a waste of time. Nothing trumps my financial freedom. Nothing. Believe that. JBM only if your money is right. Credit gain. Oh, okay. He's right in gold. He's do that Monday. All right. Do that. Get your money back and put that money towards your debt. That's $500. That's 500. Check it. Look at it this way, Randall. Right now, your debt is earning interest off of $500 extra that it doesn't have to be there. You take that money, put it toward your debt. Now they're earning less interest off your money because it's $500, no more, $500 less in debt. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it works. What about Uncle Sam, Randall? Man, you guys got me on here 2 hours and 30 minutes. You guys enjoying the show? Does it feel like 2 hours and 30 minutes? I don't want to be burning you guys' ear off. I love it. I love answering these questions. Doesn't it sound so simple? Sounds simple, don't it? That's why, check it out. That's why I learned from Dave Ramsey, okay? I learned from Dave Ramsey. I took what Dave Ramsey taught, and I said, I said to myself, I can simplify that even more. I'm gonna make it even easier for people to understand how easy this is. So I took my logical thinking computer brain and I said, I'm gonna simplify this. So I came up with my master mathematical formula. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Now, for most, that's going to be a large negative number. I always tell people, now here comes the hardest part. Now you got to believe your own math. Do I believe I'm in the negative? M gold. This is what I want you to think. This is how I want you to think, okay? Not saying that you would, okay? I'm just saying this. Say it like this. You know you are $15,000 in debt. Yet you go and buy some brand new Jordans. Okay? Now you know mathematically that should have been impossible for you to buy Jordans if your finances are in the negative. That means you have negative dollars, but yet you still have the Jordans in your hand. You figure out, say, wait a minute. If that's mathematically impossible for me to buy the Jordans, how in the hell do I have the Jordans in my hand? You figure that out, you'll be free. Because math says, if you just do the math, put the math in your calculator and go, okay, negative 15,000, the Jordans cost 200. I'm negative 15,000, so I can't get the Jordans, but yet I have them. You figure that out, how you got the Jordans in your hand, you'll be free. My son did that. I have 3 adult sons. My youngest is 25, okay? I was on his Instagram the other day. I know he's in the hole, okay? I was on the Instagram the other day. I saw him, he had red bottoms. Now, I didn't know red bottoms made like guy tennis shoes type of red bottoms, right? And so I'm looking on there, me and my girl's looking on there. I said, oh man, why you keep pointing the shoes up like that? My woman said, those are red bottoms. I said, what are those? She said, those are about $1,000. I said, $1,000? No way. My son didn't do that. I called him up. Hey man, you bought some $1,000 red bottoms? He's like, oh yeah, I did that. I paid cash for them. I said, no, you didn't. Yes, I did, Dad. I paid cash for them. I said, you're in the hole. That $1,000 you believe you had in your hand, that was imaginary. You just put yourself $1,000 further in the hole. You didn't pay cash for anything. He never did it again. But whatever. And I'm his father, and I love him. This is to show you how powerful this is, okay? What I'm teaching you guys. I love him. I raised him, and I'm telling him, don't do that. He still did it. Whatever. I just go, he thought I was going to go off on him or be mad at him, be mad at him. I said, okay, whatever. All right, cool. Man, I stopped wearing Jordans. I had to spend too. He bring out the same shoes each. I still got my Jordans. I still got my Jordans from '97. I don't even wear them. I don't wear them. But I was broke when I bought them. I tell you that. I know that for a fact. Ooh. M Gold, you got a baby on the way? Don't look at it as a negative thing. This should inspire you to get out of debt even faster. Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna tell you something right now, M Gold, while you're young. Raising a baby will not be that expensive if you're not in debt. Okay? It's almost here. You can't change, nothing to do about it, whatever. But I'll tell you one thing, stop. Make this one your only one. Get out of debt even faster now. And raising a baby will not be expensive at all. To impress other men or people, that's why. Exactly. Oh, I ain't hating on Michael Jordan. He's got this game on lock. I get, hey, check it out, Randall. I bet you half the kids that buy Jordans probably don't even know who Jordan is. Don't even know who he is. Doesn't matter. Jordan don't care. He's making money. Probably making them shoes in China for $5, $10, and selling them babies over here for $300, $400. I know dudes my age still bragging about their Jordans. I'm like, why are you bragging on them Jordans, man? We almost 50. I could see if we were still in our 20s and teenagers, you still bragging on Jordans? That don't mean anything. Yeah, is she in the military too, M Gold? And let me tell you something else, M Gold, and one more thing. If you guys don't work out, don't fall behind on your child support. Don't do that. Don't ever fall behind on your child support. And she took student loans. Now, M Gold, I'm not against student loans, okay? Some people need student loans to get through college. All I'm saying is this. Once you graduate, you continue to live like a college student until every single penny of those student loans are paid off. That's it. Get the job you went to college for. Use that job to pay off your student loans while you continue to live like a college student until every single penny of those student loans are paid off. And then you can live life any way you want to. You can live it any way you want to. You don't care. You can buy anything you want because when you have cash, M Gold, listen to what I'm going to say to you, okay? 85% of Americans are in debt. If you're not, you will be in the 15% of us that are not. That means you will have money. You will buy everything you want for half price from the 85% of people that are in debt. They need money, so they will buy everything at full price because they have no choice. And you will buy from them for half the price because they need the money. You see how that works? You don't even have to spend your money. Don't even have to spend it. That's why life won't be expensive for you. People believe if you earn $30,000 a year, you're a bum. Not if you're financially free. I promise you. I live off of $30,000 a year, easy. According to Google, you're a bum living on the streets below the poverty line. That's only for people in debt that make $30,000. Do some reading, brother. Always a pleasure. Thanks for sharing. Ill Wills, okay. I know. I got to get off here. I'm going almost 3 hours, man. Woo, 3 hours. But I love it. I love it. Give her my GI Bill. I'm going to marry her and give her my GI Bill. M Gold, I'm gonna leave that alone. You're young. Okay. You do what you feel. The only advice I'm gonna give you, get out of debt. Okay? Get out of debt. And if you get out of debt and you do it, you're gonna naturally, this is gonna be the process, I promise you. You're gonna naturally want your woman to get out of debt. And if she chooses not to, you're debt free, and she chooses not to, that's going to be a problem. I promise you, it's going to be a problem. So if you do it, you better get on her about it right now. Right now, you got to do it by showing her. And if you show her by not just talk the game, you got to do it. Once you're debt free, she's going to do one of two things. She's going to be like, oh, cool, I want to be debt free too. Or she's going to be like this. Oh, since you're debt free, you can pay my bills. And I can continue to spend. I'm not saying this is her. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this. She's going to say, I'm going to do it with you. Or she's going to say, oh, you have the money now to pay my bills and I'm going to continue spending the way I want to spend. That's going to be a big problem for you. Trust me. Because once you feel every penny of paying back that $15,000, I promise you, you're not going to let that happen. I promise. Sure will. Ill wills is right. Those student loans are going to be your debt. Good luck. I was going to do marriage. I got left with a freaking 1K engagement ring and I'm still paying off. We was talking for 2 years. I took it back, bro. It was the worst decision. I wish I. Let me tell you something, Randall. Once you become financially free, you won't even entertain women like that. Just like I keep telling everybody, when I got with the woman I'm with, I asked to see her personal credit report. She thought I was joking. I'm dead serious. Why are you laughing? I'm not laughing. You see me laughing? Let me see your credit report. Oh, you're serious? Yes. Pay on it. Randall, sell that. Sell it, man. What are you doing? Sell that ring. Get some money back. Yeah, you're gonna take a loss because diamond rings. Diamonds are not rare. That's a commercial slogan. Okay, that's just a commercial. Diamonds are not rare. You're gonna take a hit, eat the loss, sell it, pay off that debt. Okay, just eat it. All right, you guys. I'm almost 3 hours into this game. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Reach out to me, M Gold. Okay. DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. All my information will be in the details of this video. And if you check other videos, all my details are in those videos. Okay. Go look right now. If you want to look right now, you don't want to wait till I put it under here. Do it. I need to do it at the beginning of the video, but go look right now. Reach out to me. All right. I will get you on a plan. You follow the plan, you will be free. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword, though. Once you feel the pain of paying off $15,000, you're going to naturally go towards your woman and say, hey, what are you going to do about that debt? And with you guys having a baby here soon, she might be like, hey, I ain't got time for that. We got to provide for the baby. I'm not saying that it's going to happen 100% true, but I've been through it, okay? I got 3 adult sons. They're all older than you. Friends for the longest, then be a relationship for some years. Trust me. Hey, Randall, trust me. Trust you me, okay? If a woman you see and she's fine and she's deep in debt, I promise you, it will not be hard to remain friends with her. Promise you. It's easy. All right, you guys. DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com for a free 30-minute consultation. Please subscribe, like, hit that reminder button. Donate if you like what I'm saying. If you want to keep my videos going, help me out. Hit the donation link. Donate anything you wish. Put a note in there telling me how I helped you change your financial life. I love it. All right. M Gold, stop saying that. Okay. Leave Chapter 7 bankruptcy as a tool in your back pocket for serious debt. Okay. Don't use it like the majority of people in the debt matrix that use Chapter 7 for money that they can pay off with their job. Don't do that. Wait till you're older, you'll thank me. If something happens to you when you're in your 30s and your 40s with thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt and you have no choice, Chapter 7 then. But 15,000, no. Okay? All right. Reach out to me and I'll explain it to you. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'm out. My mouth is dry. All my water's almost gone. Please share with all your friends, family members that are ready to listen. If you guys want me to make videos on specific topics, email me. Let me know. Hey, Linnell, can you make a video about this? I'm all game with all that. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday evening. All right. Have a good one. Bye.